You know what's going on in the background, man, but we got things to talk about.
Yeah, we do. We
Get into
do.
it.
Let's go,
We
man.
gotta get into it.
Exactly. For every Eagles open practice that me and King went to, there's always an aftermath. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the aftermath with your boy Cool Cat Connor and my guy King DV. What up, King?
Well, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? How was house fam?
Man, everybody good, man. How's yours?
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Salute to everybody. Yeah, Smitty on his way. So Smitty on his way. But let's get to the aftermath of open practice. We got today's practice and also previewing the Baltimore Ravens preseason game. Do we want our starters to practice? Do we not? There's a lot of things to talk about, man. Plus, the top 100 list came out, so we're going to talk about that as well. But let's start with open practice, King. Both you and I was there. I know Trey was there, so let's get your reaction. You was there, you saw the whole thing. I came in there around 7 o'clock, so I saw a little bit. But what was your reaction to open practice?
That the offense looked unstoppable. The way, you see Jalen Hurts under center, also being able to control and dictate what we're doing on offense. Be able to change up the play. A lot of pre-snap motions. A lot of Devontae Smith in the slot being a check down for us. He had a real quiet night, but you had things like that going on. Also, Jalen Hurts looked quick. He was faster than last season. You could tell something was bothering him last season. This season, he got a little pep in his step.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to dictate what was going on with the offense, even with pressures from like a Nolan Smith, Bryce Huff, even a Jalen Carter. You had a reaction out of Jalen Hurts. That 40-yard bomb was everything. 40 plus yards. It was about 44.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that was everything. Also, just and being entertained by the viewers, man. I was blessed to actually be able to to go live and just show everybody what they're missing. Um, but I need better camera skills next year. But at the same
Yeah,
time, that's my first time going live on YouTube. So,
yeah.
shout out to everybody that popped out. Shout out to Philly Mike that actually sent people over to my live reaction and live just going live at the open practice. Defense didn't really do too much, but the defense was basically settling in on doing things that the offense had to face last season that they didn't do well, like applying pressure on the right side, doing things like that. um And the offense looked great. Saquon Barkley also looked great. He was
Want to get
able
rice?
to he was able to basically um juke through holes, find ways through the defense without even causing his strength to be on display. So when there's real football going on, we already know that Saquon Barkley is going to be a focal point on his offense, as well as Jalen Hurts. But it's just going to be crazy dynamic. Um, Kenneth Gainwell, man, I'm on record, talking about Kenneth Gainwell and how poorly he's doing. But in practice, in training camp so far, man, from the reports that did what I saw in open practice, man, he's been great. He's been great. The whole running game been great, man. Even Will Shipley was great as well. In the open practice, um, I am actually advocating honestly now. Just listening to Britton Covey's story and everything like that, his stock is rising up in that wide receiver three rotation. I'm not going to say a position like a starter, but a
Mm-hmm.
rotation piece. Um, and we might got a young or a little Danny Amendola in our hands. He's been catching passes just like today he caught a couple passes, but he caught some good passes on our secondary. But the secondary is just basically showing the defense, things that I mean, showing the offense that things that we had issues with last season. And I think that they're handling it well. The ones didn't really do too much physical play, like the threes, because I feel like that was Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, and also Nick Sirianni way to show everybody and also show themselves in that type of atmosphere, what they can do, and it's prepping them to play on the ninth against the Ravens, right? I know we
Yeah.
got that, but yeah, I just think that overall, man, it was a good experience from my point of view, going live, and then also just being there as a fan. Um, but you've seen everything on display. You've seen everything on display that about the offense, that they were saying in the reports. The defense didn't really show too much, but us as content creators, we found something. Um,
Yep.
Makai Becton and Jalen Carter also went 1-on-1. He went around him with ease in the 1-on-ones. They didn't really do too much. Or they didn't do it at all. The red zone 1-on-ones. They didn't do
Right.
that at all. Quinion Mitchell looked great. Jordan Davis looked great. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith looked great. Um, One person I would say stock is slowly dropping. I'm not saying he's out of the race, even though he had a decent practice today. Is N'Kobe Dean? I feel like N'Kobe Dean has to prove himself. That he's worthy, because there's a lot of reports, and the reporters is basically saying, and what I saw at open practice, they're basically saying that Jeremiah Trotter is trending up to even take some snaps in the rotation as that number one, and they put him in uh the first team today, and just to rotate. And they also did it with N'Kobe Dean. Like I said, N'Kobe Dean had a decent practice, but it's a lot of telling that we not really sure um who's going to be that rotational piece at the linebacker position. We're not really sure also with the right guard position. um Makai Becton, he's putting on the show right now, being absent with Tyler Steen, but you know, um, it's a lot of depth at that position that can actually go either way. So we don't know as of yet. We probably will, stuff start to come together when we, get into preseason and everything like that. So it's a lot to look forward to, but I'm happy I was there. 50,000 fans, man. 50,000
Mm.
fans showed up to our practice. We're
That's
not
right.
talking about a game. We're not talking about a game, bro. We talk about
We talk
practice.
about practice.
Our practice. Meanwhile, our arch nemesis, or one of them anyway, has
Yep.
issues bringing fans into their practice. We had
Exactly.
50,000 out there, so that's what I'm saying. Like people coming from all over, and it was great atmosphere, great to see. Shout out to Anthony. I was hanging out with him majority of the practice, and we just had a good time. So, um, what's your thoughts though?
Yeah, I was there too. I wasn't there around the 4:30, 6:30 when it started because I Had to go to work. Salute to my bosses for letting me leave a little early, just in time for. I walked in, got my seat, and saw the bomb to AJ Brown, then the touchdown to Goddard. I'm like you, man. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mean this. But before I do, let me say a little something. Let me say something real quick. Salute to the best fans in the world. 50,000 people. 50,000. Think about that. The Cowboys trying to fill up stands. 50,000 of you, the best fan base in America. 50,000. I know I was there. I know Trey was there. I know King was there. E-Rock, the Fourth and Joan crew was there. 50,000 of y'all. This proves without a shadow of a doubt the best city with the best fans in America. Eagles Nation. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for showing the world why you are the best fan base in America. Give yourself a round of applause. That's number one. Number two, Jalen Hurts is a beast. He looks quick. He looks fast. He looks focused. That bomb to A.J. Brown. That pass to Goddard. He looks fast. He looks quick. I didn't see him, knock on wood, because you never know. I didn't see him throw one pick or interception.
He hasn't. He's thrown 132 passes all camp. He hasn't thrown an interception yet.
So out of the 132, I think it was like 80 or 90, 88 to 90 completions or something like that.
92 completions out of 132.
Oh, by the way, what's up, Smitty? I forgot to say what up, Smitty.
What's good?
Yeah.
That's not even the best passes of the night for me. You know, the best passes of the night came in the middle of the field.
Right.
That was the best play because he didn't hesitate. It wasn't like, and they were giving him pressure. He didn't hesitate. He threw it right in the middle after a play action right in the middle of the field. That was like one of the best plays. A check down to Smitty. That was that was a good throw. Even when Kenny Pickett threw it to Johnny Walker. You know, I'm looking at plays and how
Johnny
different
Walker.
it is. Not Johnny Walker, Johnny Wilson. You see where my mind is at. You see where my mind is at.
That's why I laughed.
You see where my mind is at. But anyway, Johnny Wilson. And you know, I'm happy that we're attacking the middle of the field. It was great to see Jalen Hurts under center, handing the ball off. You know, it doesn't get no better than this offensive scheme right now. I just need to see it against another team. Hopefully, we get to see some footage against we played this Ravens, but we also got a joint practice too with the Patriots.
Yeah. So Jalen Hurts, he looks fast and quick, throwing nice passes. Also, the pass to AJ Brown and Goddard had himself a day with 3 touchdowns. Goddard had himself a day with 3 touchdowns.
What's your thoughts about that though? With Goddard, you know, it was a lot of things that they was doing with Goddard.
Yeah, they was doing a lot of things with Goddard with motion and pre-snap.
Hey, my bad. I was wrong about the count. It's 106.
Right.
106 completed to 132 pass attempts.
Right.
Okay.
So I love the way they do what they're doing with Goddard. Please, God, let him stay healthy because it'll prove us right when what we saw in open practice. The fact that Saquon Barkley, and I saw the clip, Saquon Barkley walking in and Eagles Nation giving him the best ovation, and then what he did at the link. Salute to Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith proved they the best wide receiver doing in the game.
You had to be there. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you had to be there when Smitty and AJ came out. They came out like they was a part of the bloodline.
I saw the clip. Y'all get there, bro.
I said, "Yo, this is crazy," and they both came out like, I'm like, "Yo, insane!" And then also, one of the loudest ovations was to BG. As soon as he came out, they was like his 15th season. You know, he came out. I'm like, "Yo," and BG that was loud. Saquon when he came out was loud, and also, of course, when Jalen Hurts came out.
Yep.
that was loud. But the best coming out the tunnel was AJ Brown and
Yeah,
Smitty. Yo.
and Smitty. Yep. But all in all, the offense proved us right. What we've been hearing and seeing from training camp. The defense had their moment. Don't be disappointed with what you're hearing from the defense. They had their moment. They had their moment. Like
They didn't disappoint. They
right.
was just sticking to the they was just sticking to the script. I think majority of the stuff that you seen on defense was like with the third team, the second and third team, and it
Yeah.
was basically more so. It was more so for them to be more physical, display what they have on the field, um, and they got some stops.
Yeah.
The offense, the ones was like blowing them out and points wise, and
Yes.
then they kept getting stops. They start getting stops, and I'm like, all right, the defense is showing up now. They're physical. I don't care who out there. I just want to see some type of the effort, and they showed out. Then when the ones got back out there, they got physical at that time, and Quayon Mitchell made a stop. Isaiah Rogers made a stop. Jordan Davis made a stop. Um, Jordan Davis looked great, man. I don't
Mhm.
know. I think I feel Jalen Carter's going to have an all pro season. His numbers is going to stand up, but Jordan Davis is going to be like very great to the point where if it holds up and he can handle those snaps, league in trouble. Milton Williams also. Milton Williams did get a sack too.
Yeah. But all in all, I'm happy with what I saw from open practice, man. It proves what I say, what I'm saying. The Eagles, now granted, it's just practice. They're in shorts and pads. I understand that. But good things coming for our Philadelphia Eagles after what I saw from open practice. Smitty, I know you saw the clips, you saw the
So
reactions. What's your thoughts on the open practice?
Saw the clip. I watched the whole practice. This man, hey man, this man don't know, man. I'm connected, man. I watched the practice 3 times already. The whole hour and some change, man. No, I was very elated to
Mm-hmm.
see it. Watching it the first time, somebody, ADV, next time don't zoom in.
no, that's my first time recording on YouTube,
No, but
and the way
listen,
it
I
was,
had
it
to,
was
I had
weird.
to do the same thing.
when you zoomed out,
Right.
when you zoomed out the regular view, it was coming in 4K, bro.
Okay,
All I had to do was zoom in on my phone, and I had it crystal clear at the end. But that was like the last, like maybe 25 minutes. I was like, damn, I wish I knew it would have came in. We didn't know though. Like I said, that's why I'm telling you now why it's on my head. Next time, just leave it zoomed out because it came in 4K, bro. It would have been no problem. But watching it with DV, you know what I'm saying? I watched it. It was well. I mean, I think the offense looked smooth. Usually offense is struggling, but the offense looked very, very dominant, smooth. I seen some positives. Obviously, seeing some positives from Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, some great catches. Devontae Smith had a nice practice. I didn't like Nakobe Dean. I definitely didn't like that. How listen.
I thought
I
about
told
you,
you
bro.
what it
I
was,
thought about you.
but
I
you
thought
not.
about
See,
you.
but nobody listen
I
to
thought
what I'm
about you.
telling y'all.
Mhm.
Watch his play, bro. He is not putting pressure back to change direction, bro. He is literally stopping his body and going back. He is scared to put pressure on that foot. He is scared, bro. Literally, when Gainwell cut back on him, bro, he stopped and then he turned and went back. He didn't normally if you going one way and somebody cut back, you immediately put your foot in the ground and you shift your weight. He's not shifting off that hurt foot. He's stopping, turning, and going. And now instead of being able to reach out and make the tackle, you turning around and he done got 10 yards. If he don't get that out of his head, bro, he finna be through, bro. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, that they understand what's going on and maybe they giving them some type of leeway. But from my look, if you don't hurry up and get going, bro, and start, get out of your mental and play football, you're gonna have some guys in front of you. You're gonna really be battling for time on the field. So
Facts. Right.
hopefully he can figure that out sooner than later.
But
But
do you think? I got a side question before you go to the next subject.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's on the Kobe Dean, or do you think that's on the team to try to get him out there quickly because he's not fully healed
it's Nakobe.
mentally?
It's Nakobe. It might be. Listen, he might. It's still a pain, bro. Like when you get a stress fracture, like I have one in my wrist. Anytime I put the right pressure on it when it was healing, once it was like the first 6-7 months, I would get sharp pain, bro. It would really hurt. So every time he's trying to cut back, he's probably feeling a little pain. So now he done got to the point where he don't want to feel the pain. So he's doing whatever to change direction. He's doing whatever it is not to get the pain. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause he's feeling it.
I hear you.
Cause bro, I was working at a factory where we was lifting, and anytime I would lift the wrong way, too much weight in that wrist while it was healing, bro, I would literally drop it. I can't hold that. So mentally, he just got to be like, hey man, I got to work through that pain. That's what I started doing. Just all right, look, I can't let the pain stop my bag. I'm gonna have to work through it if I'm gonna be at work. He got to do the same thing. If you're gonna be on the field, if you're gonna be out there playing, you got to work through it now, and you can't let it affect your play because everybody see it. We watching. So, I mean, he got to get it together, bro. You ain't got it. Ain't like you got a lifetime deal with the Eagles. You got this year and next year left on that contract, and if you ain't performed by then, you gonna be out here searching for a job. So this is kind of make it or break it for you because you don't know if they even invest the fourth year until you with the linebackers we got on the roster. It's a possibility you don't even, you know what I'm saying, you don't even come back next year. So this is probably your last hoorah. I understand you just had an injury or whatever, but this is the time to shine, man. This is the time to step up. If you don't step up now, when will you? I mean, I understand Trotter is moving up the ladder. I think he still got a ways to go. And I also think that's a kick in the butt too. Like, hey, look, we're gonna start putting this young dude in if you don't get it kicking, bro. Maybe that wake him up. You seeing him out there taking your snaps that he wasn't taking before. Maybe you wake up and you realize your time. But
yeah, you'll hope so.
Think about this though. Think about, I mean, Jordan Davis, you know, a lot of people was giving up on him last season. He had an opportunity to turn it around before, and he did his thing. So maybe Nakobe Dean found some juice with his guys. So you got your brothers out there that you've been with for a while. Maybe somehow you find some juice, man. You can get it rolling. But right now, I think you know he got a long way to go to get back to where he need to be. And I don't think it's a time frame. I think it's a performance frame. If he get out there and start cooking like he did today, you know, in a consistent manner, it'd be cool. But right now, up until today, you've been mediocre. You've been kind of mid. So, I do like what I seen from Jordan Davis. I like what I seen from Jalen Carter. I like what I seen from Tanner McKee. You know what I'm saying? Watching Tanner a little bit and seeing today that he moving up the roster. Now he in the battle for quarterback too. And that's gonna be interesting because when I told people Kenny Pickett wasn't gonna make this roster, it was laughing. Like, Kenny Pickett's still a good quarterback. He moving down the ranks, man. And guess what? If you watch the mic'd up with Jalen Hurts, I didn't see one time he was talking to Kenny. You want to know who I seen him talking to? And it's funny. Will Greer.
Yep. I told you. What I tell you about that though. What I tell you.
Yeah, speaking of the Jalen Hurts mic'd up.
It'd be great. Yes, sir. Hey, you think you can? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. You got some shit you're gonna worry about, but you had to check yourself. Yeah. You either gonna pray or you gonna worry. You can't do both. God got it. God know I work too. Shouldn't be to fear when you done already put the work in. I come ready.
That's my next shirt. The last thing he said there. That's my next shirt that I'm making.
Yeah, I'm
finna get them standing there and it's gonna say, you can't pray, you can't worry, you can't pray and worry, you can't do both. You either gonna pray or you gonna worry, you can't do both. I want a shirt that say that, bro. Cause I be preaching that, bro. I swear to you, I be preaching that. I be like, bro, you either gonna pray and let God handle it or you gonna handle it. I always tell people that. You can't do both, bro. You can't fight against what he doing and try to do it yourself. It's either you gonna let it happen how it's gonna happen, or you gonna do it and then it's gonna happen the way it's not supposed. And it's all in your hands. Your words are powerful. And what he said right there, bro, that resonates, bro. Like, look, right. I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna put the work in, and I'm gonna get on the field. And whatever happened on the field, I can't worry about that. I'm just gonna do my job. What I'm physically able to do. God gave me an arm, he gave me legs, he gave me eyes, he gave me a brain. I'm gonna use those things, and I'm gonna do my best job on the field. Why be scared? The outcome is the outcome. You can't be perfect every day. We're not perfect people.
It shows me how connected Jalen Hurts is with, his God. It shows me everything that I need to know about him. He's more so um just trying to, be that leader on a team and spread that, And I know for sure that Saquon Barkley took that conversation in. The little conversation matters, you know what I'm saying? And when you have a leader like that, it's crazy. It's crazy work where everybody falls in line. A lot of people were talking about the way he does leadership. We seeing this more on display, and it seemed like they're, hey, he's being more vocal. Let's put that out there. Philadelphia Eagles put the whole thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
Then also just the little slick things that he say or slide things that he say they don't take it with a grain of salt, and it's great to see. It's just great to see.
Exactly. The fact
Bro,
that
I guarantee you, Saquon done asked that question to multiple people that he played with. It's a measuring thing. Like, bro, you feel this?
Facts.
I want
Facts.
to know who I'm going to war with, bro. I want to know who I'm standing behind. Bro. I know I'll never find out, but I wish I could hear him ask Daniel Jones that same question.
mm-hmm.
I'm nervous.
But it's a mind thing. Like when he said it, did you see how Saquon really started hold on, what you said?
Hold on, let me play
Right.
it for you, Smitty. Let me play it for you one more time so you can see it. And let me move the banner so y'all can get the hear exactly what he said, and then we'll react to it again.
Great. Yes, sir. Hey, you think you fearless? Fearless? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. You got some shit you're gonna worry about, but you have to check yourself. Yeah. You either gonna pray or you gonna worry. You can't do both. God got it. God know I work too. Shouldn't be shit to fear when you already put the work in. I come ready.
I come ready. I come ready. Get no better than that, man. Look, man, MVP 2024, Jalen Hurts, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Go ahead, Smitty. You was gonna say something too?
Nah, just the way the conversation was going. You see, he was just bought in. He like, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts preaching. Like, that's the things like I miss him doing on the podium though. Just being able to just, that was a couple one-liners for you.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna pray or you gonna worry? You can't do both. God know I work because we put the work in. I come ready. Like, he had a couple one-offs. He don't do that no more. But you could tell where he at. He locked in. He having a good moment with Saquon, and he probably enjoyed that question, bro. He enjoyed you. He enjoyed thinking, bro. So when you ask him that, he able to put some knowledge down, give you some, you know what I'm saying, give you a little where I stand type deal. Like, it's real, man. And it's good to see that the Philadelphia Eagles aren't letting Philadelphia media just portray anything, because they could be putting out any report right now if Philadelphia Eagles wasn't putting out good things. Because we already seen what happened when OTAs and minicamp, when they wasn't saying nothing, you had Kenny Pickett outperforming them. Jalen Hurts is struggling. Now that Philadelphia Eagles are putting it out, you see what the media doing. Jalen Hurts is at superstar level. Jalen Hurts might be back to 2022 form from what's going on in camp. The whole narrative has flipped because we took control. They not just letting whatever just go on the radio, go on YouTube, go on their podcast and just say what they like. No, we putting out the evidence for you. So guess what? If you put out a fib or you put out a story that ain't true, you can go right to our media. You can go to the Philadelphia Eagles Twitter, Instagram. You can go to their YouTube page, and all of that is there.
Yeah,
all of that is there. I love it.
Exactly. Jalen Hurts mic'd up. The full thing is on YouTube. Is on Twitter. X. Go watch it, man. Go watch. You see Jalen Hurts chasing Dallas Goedert, racing him. Man, that guy's having fun.
The part in the mic that I like the most, they was like in hurry up, and Jalen was like waiting to see if it was completed. And he took off running. He was like, "Come on, Jordan." Jalen was like, "I'm running, okay." Oh man, yeah, I watched it. I watched it like 2 times, man. It was kind of enjoyable to watch, man. I was like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I like when we do that though, because I got the app, so when they be updating me saying stuff on there, like listening to Devontae Smith talk today, you know what I'm saying? That was interesting. Like I like that we kind of more active, because last year, if anybody had the app, it wasn't, bro. The only thing you got on that app was press conferences and the unscripted every now and again when we did it. It was like they wasn't putting out nothing. So this year it seemed like they're a little bit more active, man. I'm enjoying that. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles are showing us what our team is, you know, built of, what we enjoying, man. We having a good time. Camp feel good. You know what I'm saying? The energy, the vibes. And then, you know, even CJ, man. I like him today. I know we're gonna get into it, but I like him today too.
Yep. Actually, we was going to talk about it right now because we had our training camp today. We had our press conference from all the players. So I want to start with y'all. What y'all like?
You got the clip? You got the clip? You don't got the clip from the.
I gotta pull it up on NBC Sports Philadelphia. I know exactly what you're talking about, but
that clip a little crucial, because like just the way he knew what was coming. He hadn't talked to the media since we started camping, things of that nature. So as soon as he stepped on the stand, you could see his demeanor. As soon as they said, like, I ain't answer no questions about last year. I ain't answer no questions about 2022. We talking about 2024. If it don't got nothing to do with this team, I'm not answering. And then they asked him a question. He answered it. The reporter that was originally trying to ask him about the Detroit move tried to slide back in the next question. No. And he moved on. He made a move on. Next question. I'm not answering that. And it felt like leadership, bro. And then he was able to explain some things about Fangio defense that made me a little proud. He said, bro, it's not how it was when I was here before, you know, where it was kind of singled out. Hey, the defensive line performs well, the back end gets the reward. And he said, everybody is involved. It's a unit. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, player.
All right. Yep.
2 years ago, you traded.
I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about no trade. Let's address this. I'm not talking about nothing in the past, about no trades, no previous. There's nothing about what's going on now. And I'm not worried about what happened last year. It's a new team, new year, new roster, new yearbook. So we just worry about folks on getting better day by day and just understanding who we are. So we go out there and compete and go out there for our main goal. Let's compete for a Super Bowl.
Phil James Bradbury, Zach.
I'm not asking that question next. Everything bothers you. You
see, look, there it is right there. He tried to slide it back in,
right
and CJ said, "Nope, I'm not answering that."
Something goes wrong on a
move on. He tried to slide back in, bro. He tricked.
I'm not asking that question next. Everything bothers you when something goes wrong on a certain rep. So for me right now, as being an older guy, everything that I feel like gets thrown off in any little way, I'm gonna get pissed at myself. And that's not because I'm mad. It's just because I want to get better and become the next best safety and help my teammates. Everybody understand I'm a winner, regardless of what you can pull up stat wise, rating wise. I'm always on the winning side of football. I don't think, regardless of an NFC championship or playoff game or division championship game, if you look at the course of my career, I'm gonna bring the winning attitude. I think, and my teammates, they understand that I don't settle for less. If we can't win, then what we here for? No filter. I don't care how y'all feel. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I'm here to win, hold my teammates accountable, hold myself accountable. Like I get dawned on for saying little things, and I mean, if y'all wasn't hating at me, I ain't doing my job. So I'm glad that I got a lot of hate and a lot of critics. That makes sense. I've been okay with when I told y'all was obnoxious. Truthfully, I've been okay with when y'all told me I couldn't be a good safety. I was okay with when y'all told me I couldn't go to Detroit and take them back to where they was. They never been somewhere. I played 2 games. I played 1 game with a broken arm. So you put me in the box and you tell me how I last against other safeties and other people in this league. I'm not gonna change. Y'all want me to be this. But put winner behind my name, and competitor and a passionate player before you say anything else. Love y'all.
There you go. Your reaction?
Here's what I
See?
like about that whole thing, the whole interview, man, because he had some other gems in there as well. Um, we always talk about the physical player. Last year, the whole last season, we were talking about CJ is missing, that attitude is missing, you know, and he said that to the reporters. He's basically saying, y'all used to praise like 10, 15 years ago. You used to praise players like me, and now I'm an issue. He's like, just put winner. I'm a winner. You know, he talked about playing with a broken arm. He did play with a broken arm last season, but he also in 2022 played with a broken hand and caught an interception in Dallas. A lot of
Yep.
people forget that, right? CJ before 2022, before we traded for him in that August, he had a similar type of interview with the Saints. This is not a shock to me. It's really not. It's not. CJ Gardner Johnson is a winner. CJ Gardner Johnson, when he's out on the floor, you know what you get from him. Um, and that's why I feel like that Matt thing took. He took offense to it, not because of Madden. It's a game. He could control that by the way he plays. It's the simple fact that the league, not only Madden, but the league looks at other safeties better than him. And now he got a chip on his shoulder. He got more motivation. On top of that, he's a leader. He didn't want to answer questions about Bradbury. He didn't want to answer questions about being traded. He didn't want to answer questions about last season. He wanted to focus on this season and what he could bring to this 2024 and beyond season for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's about it. And I feel like that, that's not just to the reporters, it's to other content creators as well. I'm gonna go there. It's other content creators as well that compare, last season to what's going to happen this season, and
Mm-hmm.
things that change. Nick Sirianni is not calling the plays and has his head up his own ass. Period. Then on top of that, we got a way better defensive coordinator in Vic Fangio. Yes, we had Jonathan Gannon, and he just said, it wasn't like that. It's what he's going through now. It's not how he was going. What he was going through in 2022 with that defense. So
Yep.
you can't sit up there and compare the past to the present, because the present, we got two coordinators. We talk all highly about them, especially Vic. And now you're basically sitting up there, hey man, last season they did this. I wonder if they're going to do that this season. Well, we switched guys. The head coach is not the head coach, basically doing nothing but monitoring, managing, and doing those things. We should be solidified in the coaching staff, and then
Yep.
what the players is doing, right? I'm
Yeah.
hoping that these safeties and cornerbacks play to the standard this year, and not rely on the pass rush so much, but to go out there and make a play. And I feel like CJ Gardner Johnson being back, I feel like CJ Gardner Johnson is going to call people out when they're not making plays. And that's what you want. I want to see on his patch. I want to see on his patch. And that's all I got to say. He's a captain.
Exactly. Smitty?
No, I kind of was on it, but like the way he handled himself, is you can just see it's a different demeanor, man. He's mature. He's ready to go, man. He here to play football. He here to put a performance on the field, and he not here to appease to the masses or to the media. You know what I'm saying? He just here to do his job and have fun doing his job while he's doing it. He said it best, like this ain't for me to care about how you feel. I'm here to work. I'm here to get the job done. I'm here. I have a job to hold my teammates accountable, hold myself accountable. That's that. At the end of the day, I'm here to win. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, like if you putting your 110, 120 on the field, even if we come up short as a unit, you can feel good that all y'all put it out there on the field. If another team outplay you with every effort you got on the field, then you okay with that a little bit. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be okay with losing ever, right? But you feel a little better, like, man, we went out there, we gave it everything. Like I feel like it was nothing else we could do to win that game. When you go sit down with the boys and we talking, we like, man, what we could have did. We did everything, bro. Like we went out there, we really did everything. Like anything we could have did, we did it. And I mean, that's kind of where I'm feeling good about, because if you keep everybody to that standard every Sunday, you're not gonna lose all those games. You're gonna win more than you lose, and more than likely you're gonna win a lot. Because if you're going out there every Sunday, you bought in, You playing as a team. You playing as a brotherhood. We collective. That's why I love the accountability group. You know what I mean? If you hold yourself to being accountable, hey, look, we the leaders. We gonna hold our guys accountable. You hold your guys accountable, and we gonna hold them accountable together also. But in the game on the field, Devin White can't talk to the offense. He can't be out there. But when I'm on the field with the defense, I'm gonna keep him in line. CJ gonna do the same. Darius Slay is a part of that situation also. I'm assuming, you probably got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter in the same type of role where they holding each other accountable, they holding the D-line accountable. And then you got the other key part of it, you got coaches who are holding their self accountable and they group accountable. You heard what Moro Ojomo said. He said, man, having Clint Hurt, a defensive coordinator who kind of got the same type of attitude as Vic Fangio, where he ain't letting no nonsense go by. He owns us. He's making sure things are the way he wants them, and he's able to give you the knowledge from the defensive line coach, but also why the DC is playing it the way he wants it played. Like, and that's a as Moro Jomo said, that's a help. That's an extra factor to the us getting better. You got a guy with a deep knowledge of the game who's able to give it to you from both perspectives. I can tell you how to work it as a D lineman. I also was a D lineman, and I could give it to you from the defensive coordinator stance because I was calling the plays. I was doing all that. So I think having the guys in the building around the Vic Fangio, who also stand on the same type of standards he stand on, no nonsense. We here to get a job done, and we're gonna do it play in, play out, Sunday in, Sunday out. Practice every day. We gonna give it everything we got. We're gonna make sure when we leave the practice field Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday, everything is laid out. You can see the players bought into the same thing. And when you bought in, we get 2022 results. When you bought in, we get 2017 results. When you have guys that are fully committed to what's going on and they believe that every Sunday I'm the baddest man on the field, the Philadelphia Eagles are the baddest team on the field, and nobody can beat us. We play like it, bro. I hate to bring it up, but Noah Lyles today, right, in the Olympics, he had got beat by one of those guys that was up there. He came in third place a couple years ago when he wasn't confident because people were bagging on him for being himself. Guess what he did today? He went out there. He said, can't nobody beat me. Ain't nobody going to beat me. And with everything on the line, down to the 0.005 of a second, he won. You know what I mean? He put it all on the line. And that's what we're going to do as Eagles, bro. Every Sunday, when you bought in, you go out on the field and you say, I'm the baddest team in the land. We the baddest monsters out here. We the boogeyman. Bro, I remember in 2022, 2023, up until San Fran, we was calling ourselves the Gauntlet. We was talking like we was that. Even though our team was going through it, we felt confident. But then, things happen, right? But now that we listen to the team, they wasn't confident. We was 10-1, but they wasn't confident with the product. They didn't think it was good enough, and they weren't able to gel together to make it good enough. This year, I think it's going to be better, man, and I'm ready to get on this road for sure.
Exactly. For me, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was missed last year because the way he was talking in that press conference, man, he don't care what you guys say. He don't care what you guys say. He don't care what you guys say. He just want to hold his team accountable, get back to winning, back to bringing the Philadelphia Eagles and Eagles Nation to the Super Bowl. That's the kind of mindset I want for this defense and for this team. In the words of the mighty E-Rock, angry dogs run faster. Angry dogs run faster. It's about time that defense embrace the mindset of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and get angry. Don't care what you guys say. Don't care what you guys say. Don't care what you guys say. Just keep the main thing. Focus on taking accountability and play Broad Street Philadelphia football. And that's what I love.
And showing up. We heard that 2022, and you didn't hear nobody say that last year, bro. You didn't hear nobody confident like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Man, when I heard that from Jason Kelsey I was ready to run through a wall for him, man. You know, and I wasn't even on the team. And I'm like, yo, that's some real man. That just be said. Nobody can really mess with us if we go out there and do this. You know, nobody's really messing with us. And that was a great, like, passionate, and you would want to do it for him. Period. You know, he was on his last leg.
Yep.
It was we didn't know he was coming back then. We had to wait until the video came out where him and Howie Roseman was having a shot together. We didn't know. You would want to sit up there and go out for him. But yeah, Jason Kelsey had that mindset, and I feel like we got to have these leaders doing that. It's the time is now. I don't want like a captain like a Darius Slay and to actually come out and just be goofy all the time. I need him to become prepared, man. The mindset has to be the mindset to go out there and get better each and every day in training camp, and then um display it on the field. Display it on the field. I don't care who you going up against. You said you asked Vic to follow the number one receiver or follow one of their best receivers. Show and prove that you could do that, because as right now, from reports and things that I've seen at open practice, man, it's some things that we got to talk about. But you can't, to his defense, he probably not really playing up to the standard, right now, because it's just practice. But you practice, you play how you practice. That's how I always my coach always said that you play how you practice, and how you practice it shows on the field all the time. And that's why I was riding with Sidney Brown when he said that last season. We're not practicing right. He said it. Javon Hargrave said it in one of his interviews with San Fran. We need to keep this standard going. I'm mad that I didn't see none of the defense on a public practice really make a great play like we heard on these reports. But as long as they keep it in house and try to put out on the field, I'm not mad at it. But it starts with the attitude and the mindset. And I feel like breaking CJ
We
Brack,
gotta
um,
then we
and
get a
also
couple of
also
PBUs. I think then I seen like 2 PBUs, right?
well, we got a lot of
Yeah, a
PBUs
few
in
PBUs
open
with no
practice. Yeah.
picks, no turnovers.
No, you ain't gonna get none of that.
Mhm.
Especially with Jalen Hurts being Jalen Hurts right now, and then also,
I want to
um,
talk about on Jalen though. You could have got him on, Tanner or
no, they did get one. They did get one at the last play.
Yeah.
The last play,
you
they
right.
got one.
You surely right.
They got
You
one.
Mhm.
damn right.
They got one. But there's a lot of PBUs, and a lot of
Was that
challenge.
Will? Was that Will that threw that pick?
Ball. No, that was Kenny Pickett actually.
Oh,
That was actually
man.
Kenny Pickett to Ricks,
All
to
right.
Eli
You need
Ricks.
to keep
I'm
throwing them.
all,
Keep throwing them picks, man, so Tanner could get these second team snaps, man.
Yeah. Huff almost
yeah,
picked it up, but a drop.
yeah, about a drop. And who was it? Like, people didn't realize who was there. Who was there that was talking to him? CJ Gardner Johnson. Just
Mm-hmm.
like he did with Cooper DeJean, just like he did with who else almost had a pick? Kelly Ringo. He
Yeah.
did the same thing. He
Really?
went right over there. He went right over there. That's what I'm saying. You need people in there like that.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and continue on with training camp. I know y'all saw what's been going on in training camp today. What y'all like, what you didn't like, what the rest of the press conference. We'll start with you, King.
Well, training camp today, man, like, what I don't realize, what I don't understand, because I seen, let's just get it out the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
ESP, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
still for no, I follow him because sometimes the guys that I normally follow
Right.
normally doesn't get the news out to me quick enough.
Yeah.
He's already on it, so I just follow him on that. But he had a video today,
Mhm.
and he basically and then also a post talking about Devontae Smith, saying that sometimes he fall in the background or whatever like that, but he's actually had an amazing camp. Now, I wish I could tell you more, but he had an amazing camp so far.
Right.
Devontae Smith been that guy, you know. He's been that guy. It's just opening it up more because now he got a offensive coordinator that's really putting him in situations to be a check down, to be a threat on offense every single time. Yes, he was a threat on offense the last past couple seasons, but at the same time, now he gets different looks. He get the mismatches that CD Lamb was getting. Also, he's a better route runner. The route runner. You get all those things. So for him to actually be saying that, I'm like, yo, you really don't pay attention to Eagles football. You're just ready to bash them just to get a
How
couple
many
clicks and
how
all that.
many balls can go around, good brother? That's what I be wondering. Like Elliot Short Parks, Smitty is a year away from breaking our all-time receptions record. Like
Right.
he falls in the background because he's not selfish and he don't care. When I get the rock, you know who I am, and when I don't get it, I'm gonna still give my effort. He said it today. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
they said, Smitty, how do you feel, when the offense is running through AJ Brown? He said, man, sometimes the ball gonna come to me and it's gonna be my time. Sometimes it's not, and I'm still gonna run the route the same way. I'm still gonna give 100%
Mhm.
because you don't know when the ball coming to you. Whoever getting open, guess what? Who would have said the Washington Commanders would have put Emmanuel Forbes on AJ Brown for 3 quarters and let him go crazy? Smitty wasn't thinking that. He's like, oh, I went off on these before. Oh, they think I'm the threat now, so they put the okay, cool. Let AJ do his thing.
But the
That's
scary
nothing
part,
wrong with that.
but the scary part is AJ Brown got the same mindset. Right before the open practice, he had the interview. He said the same exact thing. Sometimes I'm gonna go off. Sometimes Devontae gonna go off, and just the mindset of us being uh selfless, just selflessness, like just going around, like we're able to share that is a great thing. I feel like that, Devontae Smith mindset always been there. But like I said earlier, Britton Covey's been running some decent routes, catching great passes over some quality cornerbacks like Quinyon Mitchell, the one to Quinyon Mitchell. Um, it's a lot at practice that happened today, man. You didn't really hear Dallas Goddard too much. The touchdown to AJ Brown, that was a good ball that only he can catch. Just like Devontae Smith had a good catch that only he could catch. Um, the defense showed up. Matt Hennessy
But
and
DV, hold on, before you move too far, I want to go.
go,
I want to
go,
you ask you a question. Is the
mm,
the problem for me? You said AJ Brown got the same mindset, right?
mm,
If you ask other fan bases about AJ Brown, they call him Baby T.O.
facts.
And I was like in a space, bro. And I was really upset because how they was talking about AJ. So I started like posting all these moments of him being a leader. I'm like, yes, he's had some moments in game when we were losing that he thought he could take over. Yes, he's a superstar. He thinks he could take over the game. He has a big voice. He is going to speak in a manner where he always does. He always is boisterous. He's always out. But my question for you is: do you blame our media for the tarnishment of AJ Brown name?
I do because they could. So like Devin, he hit it right on the nose because I feel like Dan Sileo. He really just listened to basically what 94.1 say. I'm gonna just call everybody out. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
94.1 what they say and then run with it and say that and flip it and then say, oh, I got somebody in the locker room or they used to be in the locker room that said this about the team. And I'm like, the person that he names or say it's not even they weren't even on the team about Jalen Hurts or about AJ Brown or whatever like that. Here's what I think about the whole thing. When the two receivers that we got is yin and yang. You got somebody that's well outspoken and everything like that, but you got a humbled, quiet Devontae Smith that leads by example. You damn if you do if you call players out or you say what you're going to say because you're a passionate player. And you damn if you don't if you sit up there and just be quiet because now you technically in the background because you don't have a big voice. So if having a big voice, and I think AJ Brown should just embrace it, but not sit up there and change who he is because I feel like it's a difference between To and AJ Brown, and the difference is he did a lot of stuff like grabbing popcorn, getting girls pop poms, doing things like that. AJ Brown's not doing anything like that. The worst he ever did was got a belt and whipped the post, and he got fined for that.
Exactly.
That's basically the
But
worst he
if
did.
the popcorn and the pom poms now wouldn't be a problem
You don't think so?
because now they let us celebrate. Back then it was a problem because he got fined. We got 15-yard penalties, like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Okay.
problem then
Okay. What
because
about what
they
about
weren't
what about
allowed to celebrate.
what about standing on the star?
Oh, I loved it.
I
What?
did, I did, but that's not sportsmanlike. It's not sportsmanlike to them.
It's not. It's not. But the reason I like and sometimes dislike T.O. is like I love the passion, right? He buy in. He a football guy. He everything about the old school football type of guys is T.O., right? But then he also got that outspoken, boisterous temperament where he in his mood, he gonna say whatever, do whatever, and he don't care who it affect. AJ Brown not that guy. Like in the moment on the field while we at war, AJ Brown might lash out. He might have a moment where you look at him and be like, "What's going on?" You know what I'm saying? But some of the greatest guys do that. But when he get in front of the media, he is AJ Brown. Now he's, man, look, we had a moment, it happened, you know what I'm saying? But we moving forward. T.O. would have got on there and been like, they were trying to. He gonna tell the whole story. He gonna tell the whole world, and that's the difference for me. Like, they kind of have some of the same moments. You know what I mean? But AJ Brown, when he steps out in public, outside of the lines, he knows how to be professional, and T.O. didn't. And when he did, he still used his professionalism to manipulate, and that was like AJ Brown gonna come out. And if you're trying to bash Jalen Hurts, you trying to bash Devontae Smith, he's standing on a pedestal like, nah, you're not doing that. They're my guys. We ain't got no issues. We going to war. T.O. would have been like, man, yeah, man, they're against me. He put it all on Donovan before. Like it wasn't both of y'all having problems. Like, nah.
Facts.
That's why I'm at with AJ. Like, AJ is going to handle it team-oriented outside the lines. When we get off the field, whatever happened on the field, happened on the field. When we get in front of these media members, it's nothing. And we back to business. And then guess what? It don't leak over week to week where AJ is just like, you didn't see like 6 or 7 weeks in a row where he's throwing. No, it was 1 week, week 2 at that. And they carried it for 15 weeks.
One other thing that AJ Brown did that I don't feel like T.O. would have done or would have done differently is go to the sports media and basically talk his talk, and answer these questions the way he did. He owned that. I feel like that it would have been more of a argument with T.O. than just a conversation.
He would have did what he did when he went and did the sit-ups. Remember when Andy Reid sent him home and he was out there, he gonna be in front of the camera. AJ Brown didn't care about that. I'll call you on the phone. We can Skype, Zoom, however you want to do it. I got something to say. T.O. would have wanted to be on camera doing something extravagant. Oh, I'm doing 10,000 sit-ups. Nobody don't care. We're here to talk to you about what just happened at practice. Why you guys sitting home? Let's have a professional. You could have took that anywhere, bro. You had to come outside with your shirt off and do all the extras.
Yeah, right.
Did that. If they would have showed up, AJ probably would have went in the house on him when he seen all them people pull up. But now that I hear T.O., guess what? You called the media. You and your people set that up. AJ wouldn't have did that. AJ would have been like, man, if y'all don't stay away from me, man. When I need to get in contact with y'all, I get in contact with y'all. But right now, we handling this as a team.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I went live and recorded the open practice. We heard reports about it. I wanted your thoughts about how Kenneth Gainwell has been doing in training camp.
He looked fast because I saw a couple of runs from him. He's been impressive. I like what he's been doing. Now, again, it all depends on what I see from him week 1 and in preseason. But all in all, he's having himself a good camp. So I'm not going to get too high or too low about it because we'll be like all these other fan bases that got. But at the end of the day, he's having himself a good camp. I'm impressed with him. Go ahead, Smitty. I know. Let it out. Right. What that laugh means.
Listen, man. I
know what that laugh means. You ain't impressed
at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. You haven't, bro. I'm sorry. Like, even when I see you and you do something, I'm like, the only reason you being impressive right now is because you on the skillet, because the grease thing got hot. the water boiler, and they got you in the about to be cooked section. That's why you performing the way you are. Because last year we didn't hear about Kenny Gainwell being first in, last out. We wasn't hearing about Kenny Gainwell showing up an hour before practice, walking around the field, getting himself together. We wasn't hearing that. But now your feet in hot water because you got a young guy in Will Shipley that do all the things you do, and he's younger than you, and he's on the same type of deal you on, rookie deal. Your feet are inflamed, good brother, and you are on contract year. So, yes, you are performing at a higher rate right now. But in that being said, you're still running back 2 or 3, right? So I'm going to have to see you make ample of your opportunity, because I was talking to somebody that wasn't a fan, right? And we were just having some. He was like, man, I would put Will Shipley in. I'm like, I'm for Will Shipley being in, but I know a lot of people that's bought in on Kenny Gainwell for whatever reason. They bring up playoff Kenny. They bring up all these things to make an excuse for Kenny Gainwell disappearing multiple times. Like, to me, Kenny Gainwell is a receiving back that does run the ball at times. Good, right? He good with like draws. He good with like, maybe some inside zone here and there. But to me, he hasn't really been any better than I've seen him be before. Like, I've seen Kenny Gainwell in camp do some of the same things he's doing right now. Like, and then he get in the game and Kenny Gainwell disappear. So what I'm looking for is moments when you in the game, is your time to shine. Is you gonna capitalize? Are you gonna be as the new word seems to be going around, are you gonna be accountable for you? Are you gonna hold yourself accountable to come in and do everything right? Because listen to Will Shipley, that's how it sounds like he is right now. Look, man, if Coach Kellen throw me in the game, I'm going in the game to give whatever he need, whenever he need it, however he need it. And Will Shipley is soaking it up like a sponge. And guess what? He's still splitting them second team snaps with that young guy. So that tells me they have a plan for that young guy also. Mm-hmm. So am I impressed? No. Is this what Kenny Gainwell should be doing as running back 2? Yes. Right. But I feel like there are reasons why he's performing this way instead of it just being Kenny performing this way. Right. You don't have to ask if Jalen is working, if he in there, is he doing his thing, you don't have to ask if Saquon is there. You don't have to ask about some guys. And when I hear all this stuff about Kenny, I'm like, where was you at like that last year, Kenny, when we was falling apart 1-6, and you claimed to be a leader of this team? When you claimed to be a leader, where were you at? You wasn't showing up first and last then. Like, I think it's factors to it, but I think, it's a lot of players out there that do that, man. You know what I'm saying? The last year of a contract, you're trying to make sure the team bring you back. Hey, look, guess what? It's a guy that's in Carolina that did all those same things too. But guess what? We got some smart front office people. And guess they see through it. They gonna know. Kenny Gainwell, if you're not bringing more to the table than Will Shipley, then Will Shipley will be in your spot. And guess what? He's cheaper, younger. We get the same amount of time we got out of him that we got out of you. 4 years. So, I mean, it's what I expect. Yes, you're a vet. You should be performing at a high manner. You should be in shape. You should be ready to go out there and put it in. But I shouldn't hear about, the performances against the twos. Like, a lot of your good plays have been second team reps. I expect you to explode on second team reps. Mm-hmm. If I'm tripping, you tell me. You're a 4-year vet, and most of the second team guys is rookies.
Hold on, Smitty. King, I know you was there with me. Wasn't he part of the first team reps in open?
No, he was.
No, he had some first team reps. He had some. Yeah. He had some first team. He had some first team reps, but majority of his plays, like the one against the Kobe Dean, I think that was the first team rep.
Second team rep. That was first team rep. No, I thought it was the second team rep.
No, it was second. No, you're right. It was no, it was Kenny Pickett.
Second team rep.
Oh, okay.
It was Kenny Pickett.
My bad.
So most of his plays is against the second team, man. But he's on record basically saying that he worked on his explosiveness. He said that he felt like that, he took a step back on his explosiveness. So we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
But I like what I've seen from him in open practice. I like what I've seen, or what I'm hearing about him. But at the same time, these reporters don't play football,
Right.
and right now, I feel like that, with the Kobe Dean and the situation that he in, yeah, he can make anybody look good right now.
Right.
That's just me being real.
Mhm.
So we just got to see when he, go against a guy like Devin White,
Right.
go against a guy like Zach Bond. If Zach Bond is the way everybody's claiming he be, or a Jelix Hunt, guys that's used to be a safety and he's trying to catch a wheel route and he's keeping up with him. Anything, we got to see how that goes first. Kenny needs to be great this year, and I agree with Smitty because I said this on the video as well, that he's showing up first and everything. He knows it's a contract year. He knows he has to be better. And the only thing that's holding him hostage right now as a Philadelphia Eagle is basically his chemistry with Jalen Hurts. Let's just be honest. And then
Mhm.
also that it's something to prove, and he's still cheap.
Right.
He's still cheap. He's still cheap. Because if anything, we could have just had the 1-2 punch with Swift and all that. We could have just said, okay, we could add this money for the running back room.
Right.
But that wasn't in the cards. And
Right.
just like Smitty said, we did have Miles Sanders. I'm calling out names. I don't care.
Yeah.
um,
It's the
we
aftermath.
had
Do
Miles
it.
Sanders, and Miles Sanders was like, oh well, I want to be a part of the team. I'm doing whatever it takes. He had his best season and everything like that. And what the team say, we could get another one to use, and they
Right.
did. They
Right.
did, and a better
But they
one.
already got another Kenny. They already got another Kenny.
No, they do now. Yes, but at the same
No,
time,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, Kenny, if you doing all this and you don't show up, you got a dude sitting behind you like this.
Right.
Hi, I'm here.
right. Right. What y'all think about not really, because I think the downfall of the training camp so far is Anaya Smith, because we had so much high praise for him right now, and it's just a downfall for me, because I'm like, yo, I want to see more of him. I want to see what he could do, and I feel like that
Is
he's
he
not
fully
really.
cleared though? The way
I'm not
when I
sure.
see him, it don't seem like he fully cleared, bro. It don't seem like they giving him enough snaps. It seems like he on a count. Like he in, he out. He in, he out. It's like he not really getting like when I see Paris Campbell get in, he getting like a good run. And then I see John Ross get in, he was getting like a good run. Then Anais was just like pop in, 2 plays out, pop in, 2 plays out. Like he was. It felt like me almost like
Even Johnny Wilson got some snaps too.
Yeah, Johnny
just
Wilson.
It seemed like Johnny Wilson was getting more. I'm in my head. I noticed he got the same thing as N'Kobe Dean. He back faster than N'Kobe. I'm wondering if the training staff got him on the count. Like, hey, he's not fully ready to go, but he can get out there and do a little bit here and there. Maybe they got him on a snap count or something. It just feel that way.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too, because I see Paris Campbell, I see Ross, I see Johnny Wilson getting all the snaps. And I haven't heard one thing from Anaya Smith. Did we hear anything about him in open practice, King? Or
Yeah,
no?
he was doing like the punt returns. They were working on punts. I heard him there. He did get in a couple plays. But they was like interchanging him and John Ross or the second team and third team.
Mhm.
But it wasn't really like nothing like major.
I could also see DV them letting him kind of redshirt you. We're gonna let you special team it because we got some guys in front of you. Don't really worry about it. Like we just gonna let you do your thing, and then next year we're gonna implement you into the offense 100%, or maybe slowly as the season go on, implement him in the offense. Because like I even heard like Johnny Wilson getting a lot of first team snaps right now with Smitty in the slot.
Yeah, and I think that's
Bro, listen.
the thing. The thing with Johnny Wilson is more so like he got that chemistry. You heard right before open practice, Jalen Hurts brought him up for a reason.
And they did
He
practice
got the
together
chemistry.
in the offseason.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they got the chemistry and they
Right.
talk. That's showing me that they talk. They're showing me that they got the chemistry, and he's looking for him. He almost had a touchdown if the play wasn't made on the ball by the defensive back.
Yeah.
Johnny Wilson was right there in the side. He threw it up.
Yeah.
So, of course, we didn't see things like that last year. That type of throw that Jalen Hurts did to Johnny Wilson, we wanted him to do that type of throw for Julio Jones. That's the
Yep.
type of throw. We like, yeah, the red zone, this, that, and third. He did that with Johnny Wilson. So
Chemistry, though. You said it best,
that
bro. Chemistry.
I think it's
They,
that. I
they,
think it's that.
they
But then
been
also,
together. They was together for what? 2 months,
no, I
going
know
every
that.
day down to the UCF. Throwing the rock. He kind of know where to put it at. And Johnny probably done
Yeah,
told him like, "Hey, Jalen, when I get on the defender and I get my back to him, put it up there, bro. I'm 6'8". I'm going to
yeah,
get it." Jalen Hurts, because if you think about the receivers that Jalen Hurts has had, he never really dealt with a tall guy. None of
right.
our guys are tall on our team, and none of the guys he played with in college was tall. If I'm not mistaken, his tallest receiver was CD Lamb, like
No, I
in
thought Jamar
college.
Chase was taller than CD.
And he
Not
didn't play
Jamar
with
Chase.
Jamar.
Not Jamar Chase. Who am I thinking about? Not Jamar Chase. It was
Mechie, Ross.
No, in college, right?
no
Yeah,
in
he talking
college.
about
Yeah.
he
It
talking about
was
college.
CeeDee Lamb. It was Devontae Smith. It was Jerry
Smith.
Jeudy.
He had Jerry Judy,
Yeah, Judy.
Mechie.
I thought Judy. Yeah, I thought Judy was taller.
I
Taller than
think
CD.
Judy and what's it called the same height, ain't it? Judy and CD.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
I gotta
I
check it
thought
too.
Judy.
But even Judy not tall. Judy like 6'2". That ain't a big guy.
Yeah.
That ain't a 6'4", 6'5" guy. You got a guy that's
Right.
6'5". You want to play. Them guys want to play basketball, bro. Give me the rebound off the rim. Like throw me the lob.
Yeah,
Let me just go up there.
they both 6'2". They both 6'2".
Yeah. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? He just want to go up there and hey, let me get it, bro. And you've seen it. It's been about 7 or 8 plays where Jalen Hurts done scrolled out and he done got his shoulder on a DB, and Jalen done floated it up there and let him go climb the ladder. And I think, right, like you said last week, bro, like he didn't have that opportunity to learn. He didn't learn Julio. It was just like Julio was here. He practiced a couple of days. He was in the game. It wasn't like, and Jalen was just like, all right, I'm trying to figure it out. So I think him having that chemistry, bro, could be really big for Johnny Wilson, bro. And Johnny Wilson really been going crazy.
And Kev, to answer your question about Anais, yeah, he is dropping punts and passes, but at the same time, it comes with experience on the field. Also, like we said, he might not be fully clear. He might just be getting eased back into the gist of things, because at the end of the day, we want him to play. We had high hopes for him as soon as we drafted him, and then it was like, where is he now? You got guys like Johnny Wilson. You got Britton Covey, and Britton Covey is very involved in the offense right now in training camp than he ever was on his team. It was more so special teams for him. They had him as a one-trick pony, but now he's sitting up there talking about who he idolized, or he mirrored his game after, and what tapes he was watching. And also you see him, talking to Jalen Hurts and being able to be on the same rhythm as him, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. That I agree with you, Smitty. That Anaya Smith may be redshirted this year, and just be a special teams type of guy if needed. At the end of the day, I feel like that it's just a letdown, because we had high hopes that he could beat like a Paris Campbell or a John Ross for that, the starting of the rotation of the wide receiver 3, and now it's like his stock has dropped because of the injury, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So with that, let's get to the next thing I want to talk about before we get to preseason. They did a top 100 list in the NFL, but I want to get to the Jalen Hurts part, because at 20, CJ Stroud, 19, Smith, Justin Jefferson, 18, Micah Parsons at 17, Dak Prescott at 16, Jalen freaking Hurts at 15, George Kittle at 14, CeeDee Lamb at 13, let's see, Josh Allen at 12, Fred Warner at 11. So what's y'all thoughts? And what's y'all thoughts of the top 100 list in general?
I'm not mad with what Jalen Hurts at, to be honest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, I don't know, bro. That Patrick Mahomes being 4 was a little extra. I think it's a few players out there, hating. They don't want to put the man too high. But I think Jalen Hurts being the fourth quarterback, I'm a lead a 15 out of the situation because you really can't predict a bunch of people how they. Jalen Hurts being number 4 on the quarterback list for me after the season he had, how people portrayed what Jalen Hurts really did, for them to still have enough respect to say, "Hey, bro, you still top 5 quarterback in our eyes." That means the world to me. You know what I mean? Because I heard a bunch of people saying he wasn't top 10, top 15. You know what I'm saying? I heard people tell me this year, recently, he's a running back. But for defensive players, and then you can watch the video. They are don't play it because it's already don't play it.
Yeah, I know.
They're enamored with what Jalen Hurts does on the field, man. Like how he performs, he's a winner, and that's what dude said. It might not look pretty, it might not put up a lot of stats, but Jalen Hurts is a winner. So at the end of the day, 15 or whatever, however they want to put that, I don't care. It's a bunch of people in there that probably shouldn't be there. Jalen Hurts being in the top 4 quarterbacks. And even though I believe he probably should have been higher on the quarterback list, I'm not going to argue that because he did have a down season. He did have a portrayed. We went 1-6. I can't deny the ending. So a lot of that for people, recollection, we already know what is this league? What have you done for me lately? So the 1-6 does make, look at it a little strange. Man, dang, how did they do that? Who was a part of it? You start looking at the stats. You see it was games in there where we struggle on offense. Okay, cool. They put him at 4. Guess what? There's nowhere to go but up because I remember 2021 when you had him not even in the top 10, top 20. You had him 21, 22. Now you got him consistently in the top 5. That tells me he's consistently playing good football. That means he's consistently making your defensive coordinator respect him. You know what I'm saying? And dude said, when you contain him in the pocket, you got a chance. So that means you still scared to leave him in the pocket. You still have a respect for him as a quarterback in his NFL. So no matter if you want to put him at 15, 10, 8, wherever you want to put him at, number 4 quarterback for me right now, we build off that. Next year, you know what I'm saying? This time next year, we'd be looking at the list. Jalen might be with Lamar.
Yeah. King?
Jalen Hurts should be top 3 quarterback. Josh Allen should not be where he is. They should swap, honestly. Just like Devin said, he hit it right on the nose because that's what I was thinking as well. That Josh Allen just gassed. He's overhyped. He's a talented quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but when you go out there, even the season that we had last season, if they're going off of last season, my guy beat your guy. My guy basically outdueled your guy and won the game for his ball club. Now, winning matters in this league, correct? So if winning matters in this league, then my guy wins. He wins. My guy's been to a Super Bowl appearance. My guy's got a conference championship. My guy is an all pro. Just like, the only thing he has really over him is an MVP. That's the only thing that he has. That's what I'm saying, that Josh Allen is not the guy that they portraying him to be, because when it comes to the big games and everything, he doesn't show up like Jalen Hurts. So I don't understand.
Josh Allen got an MVP?
Nope.
I thought he had.
Yeah.
No, he do not have an MVP. Nope. He does not.
Hold on.
No, he ain't got no MVP.
I thought he got an MVP.
Lamar got 2. Tom Brady got. In that stand, I think Tom Brady got 1. Aaron Rodgers got 2. Pat
No, you're right.
3.
You're right. He was hold on.
He was a runner-up one year.
Yeah, I know, because
he was runner-ups. Yeah, he's runner-ups. So yeah, I feel like that's even not going against Josh Allen. If he don't have an MVP and everything like that, how is he better than Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts had 1.
Did you hear what I said to you though? The last thing that happened, right? That win in the playoffs for him, going to play Lamar, that's what got him ahead of Jalen. If Jalen and him go out in the same round, Jalen get prepared. It's only because Josh living off 13 seconds and last year winning 1 playoff game. That's it. The only reason Jalen Hurts ain't top 3 is because we lost to Baker Mayfield and we went 1-6 down the stretch. If we had 1 against Baker, Jalen Hurts probably is 2 or 3 quarterback on this list right now. 100%. He probably in front of. If he win, he probably in front of Lamar. Lamar only up there because he got the MVP.
Right.
And the MVP wasn't really that MVP-ish for me. I don't think a quarterback should have won the MVP last year. That's my opinion. I think CMC should have got it.
Yeah.
That's me being honest.
Yep.
Bro, that man was I was betting a lot last year, DV. That man was the guaranteed 100 all-purpose and a touchdown every week. 17 weeks, even injured. I was like, that he injured. Should I bet it? I'm gonna go with it because he on the run. I think he went like 11 or 12 games straight with 100 plus yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. That man was consistent. I think he should have got it if anything. I don't think a quarterback should have got it at all. I don't think nobody at the quarterback position last year earned the MVP. And that's me being real.
Mm-hmm. And for me, when it comes to this top 100 list and Jalen, Emmanuel Acho, Nick Wright, 94 WIP, and all these haters, dollars, and critics can just do one thing and one thing only, and that's acknowledge me. Simple. Acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as a franchise quarterback, because you don't play, you don't tackle, you don't catch any footballs, you don't block, you don't do you're not a player. You're either former players or you're just the media. Just acknowledge the guy as your franchise quarterback, because the players did. Emmanuel Acho running his mouth, the players said he's the best. The 94 WIP, 97.5, the Fanatic running their mouth, the players say he's the best. That's what I see. That's what I take from this. The players is doing what the media should do, and that's acknowledge me.
What's crazy, yo? What's crazy is that the players got him in the top 5, right? You know, regardless of what I say, regardless of what everybody else said, they got him in the top 5. But other platforms don't even have him in the top 10, which is crazy.
Thank you.
But we know why, DV. Listen, think about this right now. You get in a conversation with anybody about Jalen Hurts, right? Is you gonna hear about him beating Patrick Mahomes last year?
You're not gonna hear
what about Josh Allen? What about Tua? You gonna hear about those wins? You gonna hear him about going in and beating Tampa last year? You ain't gonna hear about those
or
wins,
Dak
right?
Prescott
or the Rams.
But that goes into what I'm telling you about the last thing they seen. The only games you hear about is Drew Lock beating us losing the last game to whatever, Arizona and Tampa. That's all you hear. You only hear about 4 games out of a 17-game season, bro. Like, they don't want to talk about us going in a rainy game, beating Josh Allen on the road. Beating Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying, down, having to come back on a game-winning drive, going to Arrowhead and beating Patrick Mahomes on another moment where we had to win the game. You're not going to hear about us dominating Tua and his offense and Jalen Hurts having a phenomenal performance. You're not going to hear about those games. You're not going to hear about the first game, week 3 against Tampa, where Jalen Hurts had a phenomenal performance. He willed us to a win. You don't hear about those games. You don't hear about the Rams game. You don't hear about the games he performed well in. You hear about the games where you have a chance to slight him. Even the dudes on TV that DV just named and Cool Cat named. They don't want to speak about the games he performed well in. You hear about the same 4 games. And we played 18 games last year, bro. And for me to hear about 4 games is ridiculous. 4 games? You telling me none of the other games matter because we went 1-6 down the stretch. So you only want to talk about the games we lost, the games where we imploded. You hear about us looking 42-19. You hear about the 33-13 sometimes. They don't even really care about the San Fran and the Cowboy game, bro. If you really pay attention to people talk, they don't even care about us losing those games. They only go to us losing. Drew Lock, we got beat by Tommy DeVito and Tyrod. We got beat by Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, and we got beat by Baker Mayfield. That's the only games they want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start bringing up the other games. Well, what did he get you? You lost to Baker Mayfield in the play. That's the only thing. So that's why I say if Jalen Hurts had won against Baker Mayfield, bro, me and you would be up here saying exactly what we normally say. Jalen Hurts is top 3, and they proved it. But him losing to Baker Mayfield in round 1, people said, man, we got to give Josh Allen a little bit more respect. He at least did get a playoff win. They did look a little good down the stretch without Stephon Diggs performing. All right, we're going to give him a little bit.
Exactly. Stuff like that got Emmanuel Ocho saying, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. I
can't listen to him. Can't listen to him no more. I already said what I said to him, but I got a question for y'all because they had a good question on the radio. I still listen to the radio or whatever like that on my way to work.
Right.
They said it last season, and I hate to go backwards, but at the last season, do y'all believe if we would have won in San Fran, the other games wouldn't go down the way it did?
Facts.
Yeah.
Me and you had this conversation before though. Like the mentality seemed off. Like after that game, so I'm gonna use hindsight, but I'm also gonna use what I had already said at the moment, DV. Hindsight, listening to players, the team collided at that junction, San Fran, because they said, at some point, the 10-1, we were stressed out, things started to boil over. Now I'm putting together what Slay said. I'm pretty sure after that 42-19, people went to parting ways. Now we got a division in the locker room, right? On top of all that, I believe even if we lose that game, DV, if it seems like we fought, if it seems like we were engaged, seems like things were still kind of rolling, I felt like seeing that it imploded so bad. 42-19 is crazy for a team just a year removed. You beat 31-7. You know what I mean? And it's a team that not only you beat, they believe they should have beat you, and then they talked about it all the way up until playing you, and then they went on the field and performed it. But that's DV. That's like a dude, you fight him, right? You beat him up. You're like, man, if my hand was good, man, I would have beat you. He tell you for 8 months, the next time I catch you, I'm gonna beat you. Right? And then he catch you and you don't even put up a fight. He beat you to sleep. When you get up, your mind gonna be like, man, do I really want to run down on dude, man? Man, I don't even. You second guessing yourself. You start doing things you normally don't do in character, and we start seeing it down the stretch. Every game, me and DV was sitting up here talking. Me and Cool Cat, all of us sitting up here like, man, this don't look like the Eagles, man. It don't look like they bought in, man. They don't look like they going out of the fight. It look like that. The Tyson Fury and the other dude. You remember when Tyson Fury knocked him out and he came out and his hands was down? I was like, man, he don't want to fight no more. He just out there so people don't got the wrong. That's how we were last year for me. We were just out on the field. It wasn't no heart. It wasn't no fight. You could tell the guys that still want to be winners, but it take the village to win. Not one guy. You can't single it out and say, hey man, look, me, Smitty and AJ and Swift, we're gonna go out here, but Goddard and Lane and all these guys gonna not be bought in too. Nah, we take all 11 of us on both sides of the ball to get the game done, and it also take the 31 that's standing on the sideline. Like those guys count too, and I don't think it was any cohesion after the 49ers game. So I think if we win that game, I don't know if we go, beat the Cowboys, but I'm pretty sure we don't lose to the Cardinals. I'm pretty sure the Seahawks game don't go down like that, or the Giants games. I think we win majority of those games. I can't say, if the Cowboys game would have been changed, but I do believe the games that we should have won, we still would have won.
Yeah.
I feel like. Oh, go ahead, Cool Cat.
Yeah, because I agree with Smitty too, but I want to go to this part because again, don't like going back, but it is what it is when I say this. I was at the 49ers game King was at the 49ers game, Moan was at the 49ers game. I was sitting down and I saw the 49er players running to some of the Philadelphia Eagles players. Normally, if some 49er players did that, and King, you know, because you saw exactly what I saw. If 49 players did that, Philadelphia Eagles would be punching, beating, fighting. It would have been a brawl. I didn't see none of that. They just ran, did all that, taunt, Debo running out the mouth. They did nothing. And I'm sorry to go back to the scene of the crime, y'all. I get it. But that's what I saw. And that's what I saw. They didn't have the fight to go up against the 49ers, and it went to the other games. The Cowboys game, we always split. But the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Giants, yeah, I will agree. Now, if things will reverse, would we have some fight? Absolutely. Because, again, you would have beaten the 49ers and said you ran your mouth all this offseason and you effed around and found out. Then it would have moved to the Seahawks game. It wouldn't be that close. It would have moved on to the Cardinals game, and it dang sure would have moved to the Giants game. Because if you was to beat let's say it was a fight against the 49ers and somehow you lose. Okay. The Cardinals and the Seahawks, you win those two games, you're 13-4. You win those games, you're 13-4. You get the number one seed because the 49ers lost to the Rams that last game. The Cowboys, they was 12-5 anyway. That game against the 49ers, it wasn't just the fact that Big Dom got off the field. It was before the game.
Oh, breaking news.
What's up?
Breaking news. Puka Nacua out for the season.
Yeah, I seen that.
It just broke out for the season.
Knock on wood for my players, man. Knock on wood, man. But all in all,
that's sad, man. Coming off that season he just had, bro. That's sad, bro.
Dang. But yeah, I agree with Smitty, and I even agree with you, King. If we would have beaten,
I didn't even say that.
Oh, but go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Oh, and Quandre Diggs got signed today too.
Yeah, he got signed.
Let's hear from you, King.
So I feel like this, man. What we're getting out of this team now, I think after if we would have beat San Fran that game, that mentality would have been different. Like, okay, yeah, we were struggling 10-1. We beat a team that was, that was competing with us, and I felt like the San Fran wanted it more. You seen them looking at. They wasn't even worried about the game. They was worried about what was going on with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? I think they wanted it more, not on the strength or just the James Bradbury situation that they had with Debo, not just, just the knock on against the Eagles and all that. But after the game, after that game, you heard Bosa talk about, oh, this is how you do that. And it wasn't no adjustments from the coaching staff to say, okay, well, they figured that out. Let's try to, counteract that. And they never did that. So every single team that we faced from then on out did the same exact thing that Bosa and them was doing to Jalen Hurts. The same exact thing. So that's why I think that, if they were able mentally to get out of there with a win, Dallas would have been a win. One of those other games would have been a loss. The games that we did lose would have been a loss. But the mentality would have kept going forward. The year before that, we had to have Jalen Hurts still the number one seed for us. We lost back to back. That's what I'm saying. Like, the mentality of the guys would have been different if, we would have won against 49ers because of the brotherhood would have been there. Like, okay, we got something here. I don't think that you will see a coaching change. The defensive coordinator spot. It's a lot of things that happened that basically we already had issue with, but it ripped us apart, like Smitty said. So it just was crazy. It was a crazy time, like that game, and that will always haunt me until we play them this year, because I feel like that we're going to play them this year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever seen some DV with a leak and you just keep like patching it?
Yeah.
And eventually the patch just don't hold.
Right. The
Like
same.
I think the 49ers was the pressure. Like we kept putting band-aids over, like, we gonna fix it. We fixed it. All right, we got it. Second half adjustment. We talk, bro. Think about it. We talked about how many second half adjustments last year, where our offense, defense looked horrible first half. We come out with second half with new life. We talked about it. And guess what? There was no second half adjustment can be made in the 49ers game, and we just kept getting punched on. And it just boiled over. That was the end of patching. And I don't think it was no patch that could be put over that, you know what I'm saying, that at that time. And I would say it had something to do with the guys in the locker room too. Like,
Yeah.
like I told what I said last week, I believe even if we lost 42-19 and CJ Gardner-Johnson was on this team, I don't think it would have flowed over into the weeks to come.
Mm-hmm.
He would have put it in the bud. If you had a guy with some type of, but I think it was so split and divided. The dudes that would have brought the team back together, I think they were bought out. Because listening to Slay, bro, I ain't got no insider or nothing like that. But him saying, man, some of them older cats that retired, they was fed up, you know what I'm saying, after 10-1. So who's to say Jason Kelce, Fletcher Cox, those guys wasn't like, man, I ain't got no more fight for this, bro. Like, I've been fighting for, years, and we going through this. It look like this. This shouldn't be like this. And if they buy out, who else buy out? You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of vets in the room. When vets start buying out, when vets don't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? It don't gel all the time. We've seen it years in, years out. There's been plenty of teams. You've seen them with vets on the team. And when you notice the vets there for paydays instead of play days, you notice what the team turned into. And voila, the Lakers. Let's just be real. There's a lot of dudes in that locker room that shouldn't probably be on the basketball court. But as long as they're getting paid, they playing. But they losing. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles last year, we didn't have guys coming in for pay. But after week 11, week 12, man, it's still, man, we ain't got no better. It ain't got no better. We ain't adjusted nothing. We still look like the team we came in and played the New England Patriots. We don't look no better 12 weeks into the season. I'm not going to keep doing it. These guys don't know what they're doing, man. I'm done, man. When this season over with, I'm going to go be with my family, man. We gonna go on vacations here and there. The only person I felt like, but in the moment, you know what I'm saying, you might have been upset, you might have gave up, but it seemed like both of them gentlemen, after looking back at it, you're like, man, damn, we might have should have, maybe we should have did our teammates like that. Because if you notice, both of them dudes, then Kelce been there a lot, and Fletcher done been there, 1 or 2 times since it happened. So maybe, feeling a little bit regret. As a leader, sometimes you make bad decisions too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Puka getting hurt puts pressure on Jerry to get CD done. Well, okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because CD
Puka a rookie. Puka
right.
rookie.
Right.
Ain't got no
And
contract.
at least, and here's the difference. At least Puka Nacua is playing in front of fans.
Cool Cat always trying to throw them jabs at the Cowboys. Man.
Hey, Drew might be right though. Drew might be right because one of CD Lamb's biggest issues right now is not wanting to come out there and perform with no money.
Right.
And he could be like, you see what just happened to Puka on a rookie deal? Why would I come back out there on my rookie deal?
That can help his case. I agree with that. That can help his case.
Yeah, he like. I don't think
he'll put pressure on Jerry Jones.
They're on the same. Bro, they under the most pressure they could be under right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He not showing up, and he don't look like he don't look like he wavering on that. It ain't no like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna just show. But you know what really messed me up, DV, is Brandon Ayuk. He playing too many games for me. I feel like if he was doing what CD Lamb doing, it'd be more respectable. But you like showing up, you know what I'm saying? You in all black, you shaking the coach's hand, you stand up there laughing and kiki. All the players, you don't think everybody look? And they go, Brandon, bro. You think he's signing today? You think he coming back today? I respect what CD doing. Yeah, he posted on his Instagram, whatever, you know what I'm saying, but he ain't taking no more shots. He took one shot at the Dallas. He said what he had to say. He told him, look, you grind to get paid. I want to get paid. He left it at that. He ain't said nothing since what? I think that was in February. He ain't said another word about it. You see him working, you see him grinding, you see him doing his thing, and he ain't worried about it. If you don't pay me, guess what? I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until you pay me or somebody else decides to take me off your hands.
Exactly.
I don't think he's going to Washington though. I don't think he's going to Washington.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to Washington. I don't.
The only reason I say it, one thing, DB. The only reason I say he's not going to Washington is because why would San Fran put their best receiver back in the NFC?
One, two, I think that he in a situation that, you know, he can be requesting to go to Washington. He could be doing all that and saying it behind closed doors. They're not going to put him where he wanted to be. They're going to be like, yeah, I think it's going to be a situation like you need us before we need you, because we try to hold on as long as possible. And these games that you playing with us, I feel like he's going to go to somewhere like he don't want to be at, but he got to. Because they're going to be.
I don't think he ever said he wanted to go to Washington, DB. I don't think he's ever said it.
No, he didn't say it.
You know why they leave him to Washington? It's two reasons. He friends with Jaden Daniels, and Adam Peters is the ex assistant GM for the Niners too.
Right.
Yep. So they tied it together. But I think, honest to God, true, I think he'll end up at like the Patriots.
Drew, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Drew. Salute to everybody watching, man.
Hey, DB Herbert, that's why I think he's going.
To where?
I think he's going to the Patriots.
And that's what I said. That'd be the team that'd be willing to pay him the money.
And the reason I say it is Matthew Judon supposedly is wanting out. They looking for a guy to take over the other end of Bosa. You know what I'm saying? You probably get that in maybe a third. You get Matthew Judon in the third. You can restructure his contract, get a little money in his pocket, and then you can let the Patriots handle, Brandon Ayuk in his situation. And Brandon Ayuk also gets to go somewhere where he's the guy. Everybody is behind him. He's the number one. And he, he come in a situation where most of the target's going to be his, because you're dealing with two guys, Jacoby Brissett and the rookie, where once you gel with them, they're gonna be forcing you the ball. You know what I mean? So you go over there and you're gonna have a pretty good defense. So I think I think the Patriots for me would be his best scenario. And I think that's where the 49ers get what they want out of the deal. This is a situation where Brandon Ayuk, what DV just said, don't get what he want out of the deal. The 49ers are getting what they want for you to leave. And if it's not what they want, then they'll just let you sit. If it's not worth them moving you, they'll do what they're doing right now and just keep doing. We got guys in the room until we figure out with you to do what you do.
Right. Y'all think
as Eagle fans, we should be happy, right?
Of course.
We don't go through these things. We don't worry about people holding out and not getting paid. No, we don't do that.
We had one guy that was on the fence about to hold out, and then he got shipped to Jersey.
Yeah, he had the Jets, and now he in Japan doing cosplay.
Exactly. The difference between us and other teams, we don't got players that hold out. But listen, man, before we get to the Ravens and the preseason, salute to Drew for saying it. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like, subscribe, a comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. All of our channel, man, is free 99 for me, for King, for Smitty, for Trigger, for Moan, for Notion Gang. It's free 99, man. 32 days away till kickoff, y'all. Get them likes up. So let's go ahead and get to this final topic before we wrap up, which is preseason. How we feeling about this preseason game, King? Should we play our starters? Should we not play our starters? How we feeling about this preseason game?
They're not going to play the starters, man. I think this first preseason game is going to be so for to try to get some bleach stains on the team. If you understand what I'm saying, like basically like, hey, who's in the position to start? Who's in the position to be that rotational piece that we need? Because it's going to be some question marks that's going to be playing more than any starters or any second string players. But you're not going to see no starters. You're going to see them on the sideline. They're probably going to be doing interviews like they did last season. You might not see any players starting until no starters starting until that third and final preseason game before we head out. And that's only for a series. That's all you're going to see. You're not really going to see too much. You're really not going to see too much from Kellen Moore's offense. You're going to see a little bit, but not everything that he's got to offer for different looks. Vic Fangio, that side of the ball, you're going to see a lot of different faces there. I think that you might see some guys, guys that's potential starters out there in the first preseason
I was
game, but
just gonna
not.
say that. I was just gonna say that.
But
I think Vic Fangio gonna put a couple guys out. Not really like
yeah,
you probably not gonna see like a Slay.
no, you
Probably
ain't
see
going to
like
play
you might see a Quinyon. You might see
Isaiah Rogers.
if Cooper was healthy, you might would have seen Cooper. Yeah, Isaiah.
Yeah,
I can see guys like that being
Quinion.
out there. Zach Bond
Yeah,
gonna be out there. He gonna get some
yeah,
snaps.
yeah. Kobe Dean's going to be out
Yeah,
there too, and this I
Yeah.
think this is
100%.
man.
He should get
I
majority
think
of the snaps. He should play the whole game, all 4 quarters. He shouldn't get no breaks,
facts.
no water. He
No,
shouldn't get
bro.
nothing. Just out there.
And you preach it to the choir. You preach it to the choir right now because I
Just
know
out
that
there. Just
he should not. He should not. He should not. And I think of course Saquon is not playing, so Kenny Gainwell and Will Shipley should be getting those snaps to see to battle it out,
and
see who's
you think Kendall
potential.
will get some snaps? I think Kendall will get a few
Yeah,
snaps.
yeah, and like towards the fourth quarter, yeah, towards the fourth quarter. But yeah, I think the defense is going to have to play. I think the defense is going to have to play. I think you might see. I don't know. You might see some in game, like probably a series from like a Jalen Carter or JD.
Hey, Demar, he need to play both sides, special teams and everything.
Yo, yeah, he got to. He got to.
Hey,
He got
be
to,
the
man.
fullback and all, DV.
Hey, Travis, that's what we talked about there earlier. Like, yeah, he is missing tackles. They keep saying that, you always got that one player because right now, Mekhi Becton, or Mekhi Becton, however you want to say his name, he's been a beast until he got to face Jalen Carter. And Jalen Carter is his kryptonite right now. I know that he was out with illness today. That's something to keep an eye out because what I heard from a Jets fan is that
Right.
Mekhi Becton does get sick throughout the season. So we got to look out.
Yeah, he got sick with them. He got sick with them. He keep looking back there, man. Dang, man, we still got Zach Wilson back there throwing the ball. Dang, man, we losing again. Man, coach, man, I think I got the flu, man.
Right.
Man, I don't think I'm gonna make it, coach. Man, you was just fine yesterday, man. Listen, man, I don't know what.
I got the stomach flu. I got the stomach bug.
I don't think you see CJ Gardner Johnson either. You're gonna see probably Mekhi Gardner right there. But yeah, I just think you're just gonna get a taste of the second and third team. You're not really going to see too much starters the first game. But I do want to see some display of being physical. I want to see the mindset. I want to see everything on display against these Ravens. And I'm just happy that football is this close about being back a regular season.
Yep. For me, and then I'll pass it to Smitty. For me, I was hesitant because I wanted our starters to start just so they can get a little taste of what's going to happen this season. But after hearing from Kane and after thinking about it, do it. Let them play a little bit, like a half or a quarter, in the third preseason game. Let the other players start. Let Nakobe Dean be the offense, the defense, the special teams, the water boy, the cheerleader. Let them be Merrill Reese for a day. Let them be the whole Philadelphia Eagle for a day. But all in all, yeah, I'm with you, King. Let the Jalen, AJ, Devontae, Goddard, and the whole starters rest until the third preseason game. Let the defense play a little bit. Again, let Nakobe Dean play offense, defense, special teams, and Merrill Reese for a day. But yeah, I agree. Don't let the players start until the third preseason game against the Vikings. Because to be honest with you, you're facing the Ravens in the regular season. you don't want them to be showing you a lot in preseason anyway. So I agree with you guys. So go ahead, Smitty.
I think you're gonna see potential starters on defense, like DV said. You're gonna see a few guys. And then I think on offense, you're gonna see a few potential guys, probably like a Paris Campbell, John Ross, Nias gonna get some snaps. Johnny gonna be out there. You're just not gonna see the bigger guys, the vets, the guys with bigger names. They pretty much gonna get rest time. You know, Jalen Hurts, you're not gonna see him throw a ball. You're not gonna see Saquon run a ball. AJ, Devontae, Goddard, none of that. If anything, the only people I can see even getting maybe, and I don't even think never mind. You probably gonna see Mekhi Becton, Trevor Keegan. You're gonna see a lot of the young guys out there on the field, man. You're gonna get an opportunity to see some of the rookies and things of that nature, but I don't really care to see the right now. I'm kind of like second or third game, maybe let them run it.
Yeah,
but I really don't like at this moment. Like we still gelling, let them guys. Because then we got joint practices the week after,
right.
So that's gonna be a little bit more playing time for them getting hit, things of that nature. You don't want to put them in back-to-back situations where they play, then they going out there, they finna go up against the ones. New England, I wouldn't want to play them in the first game. I'd be cool with them not playing. I do think you will get a good game out of us. I think our second team has been performing well in my eyes, way better than we have seen them perform over time, and we got some good pieces that still will get out. I think these games. It won't be as interesting because you're going to see Tanner McKee and Kenny Pickett and Will Greer throw the ball. But I think we have better talent in those second and third teams this year to kind of entertain. Still don't know if I'm sold enough to do a play-by-play on any of these pieces.
Yeah. Kevin wanted to know.
Look, DV, I got you before you hit me with the question, too. I got you. I knew it was coming. I seen him do this. He was finna. So Smitty, which one we no? No, I ain't sold yet.
We've been around each other too damn long on this YouTube, man. Because that's exactly what I was about to ask. Exactly what I was about to ask.
Hey, look, I caught him cool, cat. I seen him too. He had the.
You want to do
preseason smile? You want to do
preseason
smile? Yeah, you got me messed up. I'm gonna wait.
No, I do want to see. I want to see the first one, just to see, and basically be able to report on it and everything. Right. And then I go off of the first preseason game into the next preseason game, and maybe the second one.
Right.
Maybe the second one.
Right.
But this first one, I got to see, what they see, the reporters and everybody. I want to see what they see out of the players that's going to play for the first preseason, and then we could talk.
Right. Kevin says, do y'all think we'll end up with Justin Simmons?
Oh, God, no. Every video.
I know, Kevin. I don't think so.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say no, but I just don't know. I mean, he obviously ducking he ducking training camp.
I got a question.
He ducking training camp.
Everybody talking Patrick Johnson now. When the hell did
what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy though?
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Smitty knows about to be some BS, right? But I'm gonna ask this question anyway. Right?
Go ahead.
Justin Simmons right now is rumored. I ain't gonna say reported. Rumored to want $17 million. All right. Right now we are a little thin at safety. You got Mekhi Gardner back there, but I'd rather had Zach if he didn't get injured last season. I'd rather had Zach back there. But what do y'all think if 17 is too high? That's the first question. And second, wouldn't it be? This is the BS question. Wouldn't it be smart to convert your vet that you don't want to lose or take money off the table to be a safety as well? because
I
he
know
worked
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he know who I'm talking
All
about
right.
too.
All right. To the second question.
Because it rhymes with
You don't
Ames and Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
listen. I'm not going. I don't. James
That Mr. Knob,
Bradbury to me.
Hey, I didn't say it. I
Listen.
didn't say it rhymes with it.
I'm gonna
It's a
say his
question.
name. I'm gonna say his name. James. To me, the reason you bring in Justin Simmons is quality of play. You don't believe James Bradbury put in a situation playing multiple games can perform. Right now, they're transferring it to safety as a I need you for a few plays type of guy. 100% Kevin. But Justin Simmons at 17 million, I'm gonna beat my feet to the street and keep walking because
Exactly.
I'm not paying you $17 million, bro, for you to come in and not be that much better than the guys we already got in the room. You know what I mean? Yes, Justin Simmons is a good safety, but he on the downward slide.
No, Travis. First of all, don't even mention Malcolm Jenkins in this conversation with Bradbury.
Oh my God.
James,
don't come on now. Come on
CJ.
now.
Not even CJ, because CJ was part of the reason why Bradbury had the season that he had in 2022, but that's another story.
See what you're trolling us? No. Look, you see what Kevin say? Not, you see what I'm saying? I think Bunbury gonna ball out at safety. See.
That was the real. That was the real. I do debate, and everybody's sitting up there saying what they really feel about Bradbury. See what I'm doing? But it don't even have to be just Bradbury. You know, it could be Avonte Maddox as well as safety.
Avonte already converted though. He's been converted for some time. He played safety for us before.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That it would be cheaper in business mind not to go after Justin Simmons. That was my whole argument. Right. Not to go after him at all.
You still gotta. Now we get off the quality of play. You say, okay, Avonte Maddox can perform. How many games?
Right, but you can say the same thing. But you could say the same thing about Reed Blankenship or CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah,
I get it, but I'm comparing. I'm saying Avonte Maddox to Justin though. When you compare to Justin, you say Justin missed 2 games last year to compare to Avonte Maddox missing majority of the season. The only problem for me is the age. It might be age too. Like Avonte a little younger,
yeah,
but he got more injuries. Justin Simmons won a little more, but he older. You know what I mean? So it's like rocking a hard place.
It's almost like you go. It's almost like you go, and you're driving this car for like 5 years or whatever like that, and the car keeps having problems, issue after issue to issue, and you're sitting up there like, yo, this car's out there, but I don't think this car is worth that much. I'll probably go and trade it in, but then I'm upside down in my loan. So now I can't get this car that I want because the exit price is too high. It's almost like that scenario. So that's what I'm saying. I think
Ringo performing too well at corner right now for them to even think about converting him. That's my opinion.
I wanted that last year. But
when he's performing bad, I was with it. I was like, man, he's not really doing good at corner. Convert him, but he been showing too much to the coaching staff. They gonna try to put him in the rotation. But I did hear something else that I thought was interesting today. And Devontae was like, I kind of like what they're doing on defense. He's like, you always got a fresh guy out there, like at corner, because we got so many guys. Mm-hmm. And if they do that in the season, bro, where you're not really able to prepare, where like I ain't saying like where it's a big rotation where we taking guys out for 4-5 plays, but if you 3rd and long and you see a different guy in front of you now, your game plan a little messed up because you've been playing against, let's say you've been going up against Quinyon Mitchell all day, and you done got it down. Okay, if I play Quinyon like this, and then you come to the line and Isaiah there, you like, oh, he hasn't been here. Mm-hmm. What's going on? I think if that's what Fangio plan on doing, you know, kind of messing people's heads up with a little rotation at the cornerback, that could be crazy too. And it ain't even got to be putting new guys on the field, DV. Just flipping guys, like flipping them. Yeah. You got Cooper DeJean on the field and Quinyon and Isaiah, and you tell Isaiah, hey, I'm gonna have you play outside deep third, but I'm gonna drop Quinyon down into your spot. You know what I'm saying, at the outside corner, He gonna trail, but like you could do so much where it can mess up people's head. And just listen to Smitty just saying, man, it's interesting this year because last year we didn't have the ability to get those fresh legs in and out that was still playing at a high level. And it could have just been him saying like the guys last year that were young, they have grown over, the last few months, and now they're playing better. So when they do get in, it's now a challenge because they're perfecting their craft. I like that.
Yep. Let's see. I'll be waiting on Cooper DeJean. He might surprise win a starter spot.
Oh, I don't know. We shall see. I mean, if you ask me, like if you want him in the slot, I think I would rather have Quinion in the slot right now because number one, he's a first round draft pick, and number two, I feel like that we need that length there, especially against certain guys. So Cooper DeJean best shot to get some playing time on the field is honestly, I think at safety. I think that would be his best shot. But like Smitty just said, it could be a rotation there as well. So we never know. We never know. Like we did the rotation thing last year with Ricks and the dude with the locks that I keep forgetting. um Bradley Roby. And we did rotations at the slot. Didn't really work out that much. Also, the guy that should not be named that we talked about earlier, he was in the slot as well. But if it works for CB2 to be in rotate, I'm all for it. Or if it works to switch out cornerbacks, I'm all for it too. Like just to rotate them around, and now you don't know how to go.
The only reason I said about the switching out is I know a lot of corners be like, I can't get in rhythm. I need to get in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They try to find a rhythm of. So I can see it though. If it worked, like if them dudes, but once you hot, I think it works. You know what I mean? So I'm with DV. Like if you gotta switch them in and out to get the best performance on the field, if you gotta move them around on the field, with some plays he playing slot, some plays he playing outside, some plays he playing safety, I'm cool with that. I'm really cool.
And I think Ringo, that type of player, he's a player that has to get into some type of rhythm to actually get the best out of him. I don't think that putting him in. Look what he did last season. I know he was like inexperienced in the NFL, but look what he did last season. He came in and got 2 different penalties in one play.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like things like that, he probably just be like, all right, well, I know what I'm gonna do against him and get in the game, and it's not the same when it's in front of you. Whereas though, like if okay, this player likes to do this or he's going to do this, he's going to try to do that play again because they're going to go back to it because the quarterback overthrew it. So now, they're going to go right back to him. I'm ready for it now. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit up there and be like, all right, Ringo, go in the game. The odds on the sideline probably not the same on the field, and some players are like that. So it's up to Vic Fangio and Christian Parker, to know what players is great at doing what, if they're going to go that route, or if they're going to sit up there and just keep one guy in like a sleigh and just rotate certain guys in, and then they just know they roll.
I believe Cooper DeJean won't start at the beginning of the season.
No, it definitely won't.
Yeah, he won't.
I just don't. No, well, hold on. Let me wait. He will only start if he get cleared this week. If he miss another week in the hole, and I ain't saying like I'm saying like if he get cleared by this week and he's able to get back into camp next week. Not saying he gets in camp this week, but he's back in camp next week, then it's possible. But if you miss all the preseason, that's his best ability to get on the field. You know what I mean? That's his best opportunity to kind of show what he got, kind of go against some other teams. He's not going to get joint practice. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get the opportunity to really get out there and shine. So I think he's going to be behind the 8 ball, a few guys stepping in, and he got to work back into the rotation. What guy said crazy because I seen everybody sit back.
No, because it always come up. It always come up. That's why I laugh.
Jigga not even here, bro.
Exactly. Facts.
Jesus.
It will be crazy to trade him just on a business side, but I understand what people's frustration is with Slay. But overall, I just think it would be crazy to trade him too. the youngest do deserve experience, but I think they get the best experience coming from a teacher standpoint from Slay. Right now, this is his guaranteed type of contract. Whereas this year, next year he's off the books, so that's when you could get rid of him. But as of right now, you want to make sure you solidify with the youngins first, and the best way to do it is have as many vets around them as possible. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like that. Even though last year was last year, the things he said or whatever the case may be, but I feel like that. Slade needs to be in the building. A lot of people were saying the same thing about James Bradbury, Devontae Maddox, these vets that's in the building could teach these young guys. Even though we hate the hell out of James Bradbury, but James Bradbury is mentally can work the zone like one of the best cornerbacks in the league. But man to man, leaving him on the island, that's not his thing. We've seen that all last year. But to answer your question, I think Slade needs to just be focused on being a teacher and leading by example if he's going to be another captain for another year or his last year with us. Because next season, I feel like that he's going to be going out of here or he's going to retire.
Right.
All right, so I'm with DV a little bit, right? Like I think you need vets, but I think the best experience is experience.
No, that's true too.
Yeah.
So like I mean, kind of with guys when they like, man, let's just get out there and let it burn. Like let the young guys get out there and just go at it and figure it out. But then I'm also like, you throw them out there and then you ain't got nobody for them to ask questions, then we in a bad situation again. Like, because now the only person I can ask is my DB coach. Like sometimes you want the guy that's on the field or been on the field at a high level. You want to go ask him like, hey, I'm struggling with dudes when they do comebacks and they double tap at the top of the route. You want to ask, hey, what was you doing when you seen it? How did you adjust? How did you, see it coming or things of that nature? Like Devontae Adams, he was talking about his route running. He was like, I hate vets. He was like, because they learn you over time. So when you go to your move, they dare. So he said like a couple of years ago, he had to adjust his route running. So like, it's things like that where you kind of need a vet. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I caught him on the comeback and he turned into a double move. Like, what can I do to make sure when he pull me in, I can still get back out? I can recover. I can do things of that nature. And I think Slay is good at that. Bradbury, I don't really care if he was there or not. I don't. It's see for me. No. Look, for real. For me, if you teaching me, I don't want like how you say it, man.
I want you to say
It's
it
like,
because you can say the same thing about Slade's tackling. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
Not the tackling. Not the tackling. It's more like I don't want to go and I'm learning from you and yes, you've played at a high level, but to me, you're forced to do it. You know what I mean? Slay still has potential to be a starter. Bradbury to me is being forced into a teacher role. He still wants to be on the field. You get what I'm saying? Like Slay is going to teach you because he's playing and he's going to do it willingly at that moment. But if we was to bench Slay, I don't think he'd be a happy camper. I don't think he'd be trained.
No. He would request a trade. You don't go.
And Bradbury, he's only a happy camper because he's benched and he knows being a teacher at this moment is keeping him his job. You know what I'm saying? I want if I'm getting taught by a guy, I want it to be from the heart, not because this is the only way your check gonna get signed every Sunday. So you doing it just because. So now, because you'll see it, you'll feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like me calling DV for some advice and DV on the phone like, yeah, bro, all right, it's all dry. You know what I mean? But me calling DV and he want to answer the phone and have a conversation. It's like, bro, yeah, what's up? What's going on, man? How can I help you, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's up? And then you having a conversation, you can feel it. I feel like Bradbury is forced into being a teacher right now. Because if you listen to everything he says, he believes he can still be on the field. He believes he can still play at a high level, but he's now forced because other guys have come in and played better than you, or your last stint wasn't good. Now you're like, all right, well, shit, what can I do to stay on the Eagles? All right, they want me to be a teacher. All right, I'm going to do it.
You could be a teacher, and then on top of that, he came out and said, and Vic approved what he said to basically become a safety. He had some steps at safety. He knew, and that's why the only thing out of this whole offseason I respect about James Bradbury is he knew that he had an awful year. Writing was on the wall for him, and then you don't double dip in the draft at cornerback, especially two guys that was in the top, of their position, to sit up there and have Bradbury still out there at cornerback. No, you want to have Bradbury somewhere else or ship him off. A lot of people say cut him and everything like that. I agree with all options, but at the same time, like I said, Bradbury, like Devin said, Bradbury is not stupid, but his speed, his lack of effort at times, especially when he's in his mood, we've seen that on display. I don't want to go back to that Seattle game or that Bucks game, but at the same time, I feel like that James Bradbury can give pointers, a pointer or two, being here. But overall, I would not want Bradbury on the team, and I do want Slade to stay on the team. That's still my guy, regardless of how I feel about his comments or anything like that. But that's still my guy. Still got his jersey, had it on at the open practice. I feel like Slade is one of those guys that is a part of the brotherhood, man. Everybody's serious. You need that. Ninja Turtles had four brothers, and Michelangelo was the silly one. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that at times, but at the same time, Slade is a big part of the Eagles, and I wouldn't think that they would sit up there and get rid of him.
Exactly.
Hey, the worst thing about Bradbury for me, DV, is the moments when he get like cooked, and you got kids. Cool cat, you got kid, you got a kid. When you scolding your kid, your kid just stand there and be like,
Yeah,
that's him after he get cooked, bro. It's plenty of pictures of like after he got cooked and he just standing there like,
yeah. He's looking dumbfounded.
Did that really just happen? Oh,
Yeah,
man,
it did happen, bro. You did that. Look up.
Exactly. You did that. You the one that stayed up 4 o'clock in the morning. You did that.
I can't remember what game it was, but it was a rain game. We lost, and that's the most famous picture. If you look up James Bradbury, you see the picture.
Monday Night Football.
It might have been Seattle. He just standing there like,
yeah, it was Seattle. It was Seattle.
He wet, his clothes all dirty. He just standing there like,
it's Seattle because against the Bucks.
They got me.
Against the Bucks, they showed them walking off the field with his head down. Yeah, I seen both of them things. Yeah,
exactly, man. Exactly. All right, let's.
Slay is the only one we can get money from my opinion. Kind of like this. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, they ain't giving up much for Slay. You probably getting a 5th or a 6th, man.
Yeah, pick wise, yeah.
Exactly. You gotta have Slay.
Hey, what y'all think about Gilmore? Could he be a safety?
He could.
He could
because he could tackle. He could tackle.
Yeah.
So yeah. He could.
Just mentally thinking about guys that's out there that's cheap, that's still free agents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Stephon Gilmore's still out there. Cowboys didn't get him yet. So
what's the calling out there too? No, he not. Eddie, he signed, didn't he? Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, Eddie Jackson signed.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad about what y'all for.
Hey, Justin number got to come down though. I believe.
It does.
I believe he left it out there. I don't think he negotiated with nobody. It don't seem like it.
No.
Yeah.
Like the last thing I heard from him, I heard about him. Last thing I heard was, he said, I'm gonna take my time to figure out what team, but I want to be on a contender and I want to be able to be a part of the success of the team. That's the last thing I heard from him.
Everybody say that. That's so crazy. Hey, DV, you pay attention a lot. So have you noticed when you hear a vet come out early in free agency, his line is like, I just want to play. It ain't about the money, or I want to be on a contender. But how many people have said this offseason free agency, I just want to play for a contender. I want to be a part of the winning solution. Like you've heard almost all of the big prospects that were free agents say that line this year. They wasn't saying that previously. Because and last year to me it was like I don't want to. It's not about the money. Last year that seemed like the big line. Oh, I'm not going anywhere to get paid. I just want to go play for a team that I could contribute. Now I want to be a contender. Like it's starting to seem like these dudes be on the same bait line. Like, he said it, I'm gonna say it too. That's what we doing this summer. Like, it's just funny. I don't know. It was just a funny thought that popped in my head because I've heard like Saquon said it, Derrick Henry said it, Joe Mixon when they were talking about him getting traded. Like all the big names that have went to different teams. That was their big line. Like, I just want to be a part of contender. I want to go somewhere we can win. I'm still a little upset we didn't get that dude that went to Houston though, that linebacker.
Who that?
From Tennessee. The one from Tennessee, Akbar, whatever his name is. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm pissed off about that too.
Yeah. I wish we had him. I mean, outside of
he got peanuts, bro. I think he got paid like $4 or $5 million. It wasn't even nothing crazy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
and it ain't about Nakobe Dean either. It ain't that situation.
No.
I look at like the depth, and I'm like, Oren Burks not performing. He ain't practicing. Then I look at I haven't heard anything about Akure, so I don't even know if he gonna make the roster. You've only heard about Zach Dean, Nakobe Dean. I mean Zach Bond, Nakobe Dean, and Devin White. Outside of that,
no. You missing the name.
Trotter, but Trotter, he had one day. Who?
You missing another name. He had a couple days. It wasn't
what, Vic Summerman?
Yeah, you missing him because that's all I've been hearing.
Man, dude might not make the roster either, man.
I know he won't. I know he won't. I'm just messing around.
If I can get somebody like the Tennessee guy, you don't have to hear any of this, and then I would be okay with having linebackers. But, bro, listen, I don't like talking to other fan bases about players, so I just be trying to do my Zach Bond. To me, he got a lot to prove, just like Nakobe. Like, I've seen him play. I've seen the tape. You want to show me the highlights? Let me show you the lowlights where he get cooked or where he get baby trying to be a DN. Like, everybody, like, I understand we Eagle fans, so when they put the Eagle jersey on, we get a little green vision. We still got to see 2022. Guys. And Zach Bond, as high as they speak of him, has had years in this league where he was never heard of. We didn't know of him until he jumped on this team. So in that, retrospect, having somebody that has put in good linebacker snaps over a period of time would have been nice for me. Yes, Devin White is put in some good, but he also has a skeleton of last year people saying he quit. Mm-hmm. I just, that Tennessee dude, just when we was looking at him, DV, and talking about him coming here, it seemed like a good fit. He a dog, he fight. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. We could have had a nice linebacker depth. And then you got now you got Devin White, Nakobe Dean. His name starts with an A. I just can't pronounce it. And you got Zach Bond. Now you got a room of linebackers where, all right, look, if we need to drop somebody and let Jeremiah Trotter in, we still got strong pieces. Right now, you about to almost force Jeremiah Trotter on the field, ready or not. Here I come. Yeah. Because the linebacker depth is not looking good.
Right.
Which we knew, though. We knew that coming in. But you can't fix everything in one offseason. He fixed the DBs, so hopefully things work out.
How good he has to be?
He wasn't even number 8 pick.
Wasn't he the number 9th?
That was Jalen Carter was 9. Jordan Davis was like 13, 17. Yeah, so he was in the team.
No, I think he was in the 10s because we got A.J. Brown. We traded our 17th overall pick in 2022.
He was in the teens.
Yeah, he was in the teens.
But to answer your question, man, I think his mindset is different now. He's been getting mentored by Fletch. And I think that, he said last season he
13,
wanted to
13.
Yeah, 13. Yep.
Last season he was basically trying to make a play for himself, but now he's reverting back to be able to beat the guy in front of him to make a play for others as well. And if it comes to his time, so be it. And I feel like with Clint Hurt, just like we was talking about earlier, having them on a strict diet and being on them and not no BS. I feel like that they all feeling that they've been after practices for multiple times now that I'm overhearing. So that's what I'm saying. We don't have to worry about him starting out at a certain weight in the beginning of the season and then going up to 400 pounds. So I don't see Jordan Davis having a bad season at all. I actually see him doing better, especially for I saw open practice. He's moving a lot faster. He's in every play. He's basically running game or the running play, passing play. He's basically beating the guy in front of him and allowing guys to actually swoop through. So, Jordan Davis
Hey,
is going to have a
DB,
great season.
you know what made me happy about Jordan Davis at the open practice?
Well,
He was doing all that, and then when they turned the camera to him walking to the sideline, he didn't look super gassed.
yes, yeah.
Yep. He was over there like, yeah, man, like I can get out there. So you want me to go back out there? Like you need me to run a couple more plays?
Yeah.
Like last year, you see us coming off, he drenched, sweat hanging off his neck.
Yes.
You're like, hey, get him a gas mask, or get him some oxygen. And I just seen the open practice. I was like, oh, he looked like he feeling good. Like I think DB answered the question best. Like him just surviving the season and giving consistent play right now is what we asking for. We don't even need you to go to 13 right now. I need you to build on what you had last year and take it into this year and the whole season. Like, yeah, you had a good 11 games last year. Let's make it 17. Let's make it 18. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, my biggest worry for Jordan Davis is exactly what DB said that Clint Hurd is helping them with, and he took responsibility of himself, conditioning and weight. Like if he stays in condition and he controls his weight, we ain't got to worry about nothing, man. I think dude would be perfect. But if he played last year, like I said, at 400 pounds, I understand what happened. 400 pounds, that ain't a good size to go 17 games. It's not. You 350, 360, keep it in there, you good. But 375, 380, 390, you pushing a limit of it's hard to keep. It's hard to be energized for that. That's big a size, bro. It's just hard. Like any guys we know, if you really look at the records, any guys playing 400 pounds, they wasn't but two down guys. They in and out. They coming in, they stuffing the run, third down, they running to the sideline. You know what I'm saying? You had guys that did that. But if he really want to live up to the 13th pick, I think he got to live up to the expectation. Maybe just like a Linval Joseph career. I don't want to say Albert right now. He might have to get to that, you know what I'm saying? Big jelly roll, you know, he might have to get the big Albert play. But Albert also started out really bad, you know what I'm saying, with his weight, you know, staying on the field. He was about to get cut by the Patriots, you know, before he, you know, really locked in. And maybe that's I was just finna say, I ain't even seen Travis say that.
So that she brought it up, it popped up.
Bro, like I don't want to say Albert yet, but I think he does have to get there. But Albert took a few years, and I think this year might be that year where Albert was with the Patriots. Hey man, look man, if you don't cut it this year, we're gonna let you walk. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Jordan Davis, that knob turn, and he just motivated to get it done, because sometimes, bro, having somebody that enable you to be yourself sometimes and is kind of hard, you know what I mean, to overcome. Like if somebody like Fletcher Cox, like, nah, you ain't got to do that, young fella, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Over and over again, you start getting in the point of, all right, Fletch got it. I'm gonna just go out here and play my game. Now he like, hey, I got to do it. Fletch can't do it. Fletch ain't here. You know, other guys ain't here. It's on me now to carry the room because I'm the guy. They left it in my hands. They told me, hey, man, it's on you. And I'm pretty sure Clint Hurt holding Jordan Davis accountable for the defensive line too. He's, to me right now, if I'm not mistaken, he's the most veteran guy in the room.
Milton.
Not Sweat. I ain't including Sweat. I'm talking about D tackles. The D tackle room.
Milton and your guy.
Milton came in the year before. Milton came in the year before?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought they came in the same draft, if I'm not mistaken.
Him and Milton Williams?
I thought so. And they both going into their fourth season, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Milton could have came in with Landon. Did he come in with the Landon?
He was I'm trying to see what
Did he
draft.
come in with the
20
Landon Dickerson?
He was there 21.
He got drafted in 21?
Yeah. It's a Eagles draft defensive tackle 21.
So that's the same season, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, Wichita got drafted at 22, I believe.
22. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I still think it's more on. I think it's more on Jordan than it is on Milton. Milton has been a certified backup for the last few years.
Yeah.
No knock on Milton, you know what I'm saying, but he just been in a talented D tackle room, bro. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what Landon.
Yeah, that's what Landon.
See, hey, look, it's a lot of draft picks. At least when I thought about it, I'm like, did he come in with Landon? I know the draft's a little bit, but I might have messed it up a little bit. I just wasn't for sure. But 1 year, I mean, you a first round pick, bro. I mean, first round pick. You've been out started for 2-3 years, two solidified years. It's just gonna be that time for you, man. And hopefully, if he hold the room, you know what I'm saying, maybe we can step up and be a better room this year. I think Jordan Davis is in a position to be a great leader on his team. He just got to show up on the field week in, week out.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's preview all the show that's coming up. What's going on this Saturday on the Checkdown, Smitty?
Man, we go same thing, man. We probably gonna be talking a little preseason. A little preseason games have been happening at that point. Talking a little preseason. Continue talking about what's going on in training camp. And we finish our bracket for the college 12 team playoff this week. That's pretty much it for the check down, man. We just getting through it. Just getting through it, man. Trying to get back to this season, man. College football will be here in like 30 days.
Yeah. Yep. Inside the Nest with my brothers. What you guys got on that show?
We are. Oh no, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what we got because I got something I want to talk to DV about doing. Man, we might do something different. You know what I'm saying? We might pop a little something.
Keep it secret. I just want y'all not tell me. I'll be surprised.
But it's gonna be some training camp talk in there though.
Yeah, for sure. That's guaranteed. As long as we in training camp, you're gonna hear about it. Practice, training camp, preseason. We talk about all that. But we might try some. Throw something in there, man. Do a little something, switch it up for y'all. Give y'all some new content.
Yeah, some new news. So be on the lookout for that. Cool Cat Mitch, 3:00. Me and Mitch will talk everything preseason and open practice. And of course, the crew comes back on Broad Street this Monday. The word of the day is watch. What did we watch in open practice? What did we watch in this training camp that's coming tomorrow? And what are we going to watch this Friday for preseason? The word of the day is watch. So make sure you tune in. You're going to hear from me about open practice. Trey was there in open practice, so hopefully we get to hear from him. So make sure y'all tap in with me, Smitty, Mo, Nosha Gang, the whole crew. So be on the lookout for tomorrow, y'all. And with that, our final thoughts, I want to start off by saying this. I want to start it out before I pass it to my brothers. Eagles Nation, I salute you y'all once again. 50 foul, man. 50,000 people showed up and showed out for practice. I want y'all to keep the same energy. I get it, preseason, it don't mean nothing, but football is basically here. Keep the same energy for the players, keep the same energy for the coaches, and let's get ready for the season. It was 50,000 of us rocking for open practice. Let's keep that energy going as we get ready for Brazil. That's my final thought. So go ahead, King.
My final thought is basically, I'm gonna be pumping out videos like I did every week. My computer was messed up, so I couldn't even do a video on today. So this was to make up for that. Even though I still post once we go live. But I'm just going to ramp it up this week because next week I'm on vacation. Right. Do got a new show coming out. The guys agreed on August 19th. So I will be, premiering, not even premiering it, but just giving out like a trailer or something like that on what's to come with that. And yeah, it's always go birds, fly equals fly. We the best in the nation, probably in the world. We show up, show out, and for not just the fan, for the players and organization, but also for the content creators as well. Y'all guys show out. Y'all showed out for me on open practice, even though y'all was complaining about the
Yeah, they did
angles
the
and
same
stuff.
thing for me. Why
Man,
is it so blurry? Why is it so
yeah,
blurry?
they did certain things, but um, a couple guys had my back, man. Smitty had my back, even though he was telling me just angle it a certain way. Nina had my back as well. You muted.
You're muted.
You still muted.
You was doing it right, but then it's like the camera
Yeah,
was just like, you know what I
shifted
mean?
up. Yeah,
So like,
Yeah.
I'll just tell you like, hey, bro, you looking at the stands, like turn it down a little bit, you know what I mean? But
right.
at the end, if you would have had it like you had at the end, I don't think you'd ever even had the drifting problem. I don't think I think sometimes you just wasn't paying attention to the phone and you like this.
Yeah, because I was trying to get my thing too, like just basically seeing what I saw, not just looking at the screen, and
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
there,
Like you had the
and
phone
then I
and
had to switch.
you could tell your eyes is over here because it'd be like
Yeah,
this for like the phone is like this. Look, it's like
yeah, right.
I'm like, I
And
want
I
to see
also
his
had to
head.
switch.
I want to see his
Also,
ball head in front of you.
and I also had to switch with Anthony too because Anthony wanted to talk to his friends. Right, he was sitting next to me, and then I had to switch seats too. So then I had to readjust or try to readjust.
Yeah, so that's what it was. I could tell though. That's why like for a minute I was just watching, and then you'll leave it there for like a few minutes. And I'm like, hey, bro, it's in the stands, like, and you like, oh, my bad. I'm like, oh yeah, he paying attention. He paying attention to the field. He done forgot about that phone. It's just in the hand. It's just, like, what's going on? Y'all said what? Oh, my bad.
Yep.
Nah, but it was a good practice. You did a good job, bro, for sure.
Yep. Yes, you did. Yeah, but go ahead, Smitty.
Appreciate y'all.
No, he didn't even finish up, man. He didn't say fly, go fly. He didn't say go birds.
I did say that. I said go
He
birds, fly, go
did.
fly. I did.
I think he said that at the beginning. He usually said that he usually got him like a cutoff. I just cut him off. He was still talking. I was just,
No, I'm good.
No,
I was just talking
good.
about the cameras. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Next time, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be there, so you ain't gonna have to worry about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, we looking at the.
There you go.
Or we gonna get a little
have
stand
you
or
there,
something.
Smitty. You gotta have you there with us.
And listen, man, just chill, man. Things finna change, man. Just
I know.
tranquilo, okay? Okay, good brother. Tranquilo. Okay?
Tranquilo, okay?
Just relax. Calm down. Heartbeat too fast. Nah, man, but I'm ready to, this week gonna be fun. We back, man. It's football this week, so all I can say is everybody stay healthy. Let's get through this so we can get back to these regular season games and really see what our team built up. But let's just build day in, day out, man. One day at a time, get better. Every day, man, just come out to work. We great fans, and let's just keep supporting our team like we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. If we was there for open practice, I can imagine what Brazil probably gonna be like. Home opener gonna be like. Consistency all year. If they're gonna hold themselves accountable as players, we can hold ourselves accountable as fans. So with that being said, man, fly goes fly, go birds. We out.
Exactly. And simply plain, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We'll give our thoughts on preseason and we'll keep it rolling for Smitty, for King, and your boy. Fly Eagles fly, go birds. And remember, y'all, for every Eagles offseason and open practice in front of 55, there's always an aftermath.
An aftermath.
Peace.